David Craig coming out, Craig coming up. Not a bad year, 14 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. The young lady that sang the national anthem, actually, he was in his 4th year, Jimmy, when she was born.
Ed Cunningham at center. He's in there for Jamie Dukes, who went on injured reserve, and this is his 2nd start for Cunningham.
We look at 23, Garrison Hurst making that first reception. He'll be starting out at back. Lewis Bush then made that tackle. Hurst, and then center, Jimmy, that you referred to earlier in the day, he will have a big day coming out of the backfield, leading all backs out of the back catching passes this year in the National Football League.
Defensive line for San Diego Chargers said, really, they said they don't really respect the run. The big guy there, Leslie O'Neal, 8.5 sacks. He'll be the guy putting pressure on David Craig.
Well, we've already talked about Junior Seau, 55. Once again, you will see him coming up. He will be flopping around where he will not be in a position to have to cover anyone out of the backfield. He wants to rush David Craig today.
Bo Orlando playing safety. He's going to be reading Craig, trying to get some interceptions.
Anthony Edwards. Jimmy, this is a good job by David Craig. You'll notice Craig will come out. He will look to the right. He wants to throw the ball to the right. Safeties read his eyes. Notice as they move over. Looking right, coming back. Anthony Edwards just sits it down. Nice route, sits it down. David Craig finds him with the football. Hey.
The only thing about that, Terry, is Craig held the ball, and that's what Orlando said. He said he holds the ball a little bit too long. That offensive line's got to protect him.
Once again, we're looking at Hurst. Hey, Jimmy, you remember this guy coming out of Georgia? I gave this guy the Doak Walker Award. Remember when he had that bad knee down there and they said he didn't want to get operated on? So the Cardinals, they draft him. He has a contract problem. He sits out. He re-injures the knee. And really, this is his first year. As you look at 900 yards, this is his first year to get a chance to show what he can do. And 900 yards and a good run right there on his way to a 1,000-yard season.
Terry, you're talking about Garrison Hurst. I sent Joe Bronski, our running back coach, when I was at Dallas to look at Hurst. He had gone, and he was an instrumental guy in picking Emmitt Smith. He said Garrison Hurst has more speed, he's more elusive, but the thing that he didn't have was the power to break tackles. And you watch him run, he's got the speed, but he doesn't break a lot of tackles.
Well, that last run he had, he didn't need to break any tackles. Offensive line did an excellent job of getting him outside. Here it comes. There he goes. Down, blitz. Fumble to the ball. Chargers are saying they have it.
Buddy Ryan likes to blitz. I think the San Diego Chargers like to blitz, and that's what Seau was really fired up about.
I'll tell you what was so good about this blitz, Jimmy, was the fact that they waited and they waited until Craig actually got into his cadence, and then you'll see the linebacker cheat up, and you'll see the safety come up to cover for the linebacker. Too late, simple run. Ground level, you can see Hurst. Actually, you know what happened here, Jimmy? I think Hurst saw the pressure. I saw he was going to get hit. He didn't take the ball.
He was stunned.
Blitz.
Junior Seau on the blitz. Puts pressure on David Craig. Craig was still in the pocket, but he threw it away. No receiver out there, but the official felt like that, he was really trying to complete the pass. Sure he was.
Hey, did you see that illustrator work?
Oh, yeah.
That I tried to do? Wasn't very good, was it? All righty. Chargers coming out. 11:10 remaining in the first quarter. No score. We'll be right back.
U.S. Naval Base Air Station in Miramar. Appreciate you letting me ride on your jet down here.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Howie paid for the fuel. At least you could ride on it. Of course, there's only room for 2 in that thing, but boy, will she hum.
Not. Stan Humphries back healthy now, ready to go downtown. You know, he's had 12 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Not as good a year as we had a year ago, but he's healthy now.
Well, the real problem, look at number 68, right guard Joe Kakuzo, and Courtney Hall, the center, 53. Their main concern today will be 98, Eric Swan. Where is he? And we got to get a hand on him. Nice job. Nice job. Got out of the pocket, Jimmy. Got away from all the pressure. Simple little route. Actually, that time, if Martin hadn't have been open, Stan, although not fleet of foot, could have gotten a lot of yards running.
Big key, the rookie, Aaron Hayden. You talked about him in the pregame show there, Terry. I think he's going to be the guy that's going to get the ball 30 times, and he's got to get some rushing yardage.
Quarterback's nightmare, Jimmy. Where are they? Where is everyone? Are we blocking everybody? Do we have somebody blocking? So, defensive line, the Cardinals, obviously the man you've heard us talk about is 98, Eric Swan. That's the guy that everyone says. Jimmy, you said it yesterday. You thought he was the best defensive lineman since who that came into the National Football League?
When he's healthy, and that's the big key.
Reggie White.
Middle linebacker Eric Hill, he leads them in tackles, had a couple of sacks. He'll be making a lot of tackles today.
Blitz. Man, what a good throw. Coming off the right side, Humphrey saw the corner blitz. No, everyone inside, back got out, laid it up, beautiful throw. Hayden, the young rookie out of Tennessee. Secondary, one of the interesting stories today we'll be looking at is number 35, Aeneas Williams. He'll be the left corner. This guy is probably one of the best corner people in the National Football League. And 59, yes, 59, Seth Joyner, a linebacker for Buddy Ryan. He's not playing strong safety.
Seth told me before the ball game he feels a little bit out of sync back there in the secondary. He said, but he'll be blitzing enough to where it won't be a problem.
You know, Jimmy, when our quarterbacks, we talked to Stan Humphries yesterday, and one of the real problems is identifying the blitz, because if you have long play action on, you have to get out of it. And one of the pluses that he has today is if the corners are way off, then you'll see what he just did. He'll just simply drop back 3 steps and fire a little quick out or a little hook.
San Diego trying to run the counter gap play against this Arizona defense. The linebackers scrape over Eric Hill. You know, everybody back in the backfield. Hayden really hasn't got a place to run.
Yeah, that's just good. You know, they're just shooting, taking away the gaps. Michael Bankston, the left end, crashing down inside, and then Irving coming from the outside. No place to run. Well, here we go, Jimmy.
4th down and 1, punt the football.
You got your card out. What does it say? 4th and 1. You've just now got into the Cardinal territory. You're 6 and 7. You're on a roll. You've won 2 in a row.
And you know what Bobby Ross is saying? You big tight ends, get in the ball game. You can't catch the ball very well, but you can block. I want to go for it.
I thought you just said punt the ball.
That's what I said. Bobby Ross says I want the playoffs.
I just want to remind everyone that you said punt the ball. Yeah, this is fun. I like those little cards. And it's funny, Bobby Ross's card evidently must have been a little different from you.
The only thing is, you know, you're looking at Arizona. They've had all kinds of problems. You know, San Diego's 8 of 15 on 4th down this year, and so they do have that big offensive line. They can run the football, but they don't have Natron Means. The other thing is, don't be deceived by Arizona being last in the NFL in rush defense, because a lot of those statistics were built up when they had everybody hurt. They're back healthy now. They can blitz. They can give you a bad play. And, you know, I guess a little bit is they don't respect Arizona's offense, because if they give up the ball here at midfield, they feel like defensively they'll be able to stop Arizona.
Yeah, well, I would venture a little guess here. 4th down and a foot that they won't blitz, because if they blitz and they miss the tackle, it's a touchdown.
Stan Humphries could be giving them the hard count, trying to draw them off sides.
Nah.
Oh, it is going to be close. Bobby Ross is a little bit nervous right now.
Well, they blitzed, and they got him, but I believe he got the first down, Jimmy. Seth Joyner came inside and really popped Rodney Culver that time, but I believe they got enough for the first down.
Well, Jerry Bergman's our official today. He's the head linesman. It just depends on whether or not he got an autograph from Buddy Ryan or Bobby Ross.
Oh, you're so bad. Hey, what did we do when we went down on the field? We went right inside and said, hello, guys, how you doing? Would you like an autograph?
Hey, those are some good guys, and they do a great job.
You know, while we're talking about Bergman, he did also tell us that this is his 30th year, and this is going to be his last year. He was real upset by that $2,000 fine that was levied on him. Cardinals stopped him, Jimmy.
Well, again, it's not a lot of respect for the Arizona offense.
Yeah, but it's got to be pleased. You were right. I was wrong. I didn't seem too surprised by that. Were you? All right, 6:47 remaining in the first quarter. The Chargers and the Cardinals, nothing. We'll be right back.
Diego kept him from making the first down. Hey, I guarantee you, nobody's got a strong safety that's 240 pounds. That's why they were able to stop it.
All right, now let's go back to the Hollywood studios and James Brown for a McDonald's game break. Take away, JB.
All right, Terry. Warren Moon was on target today before getting injured. Just a touchdown pass to Charles Evans. Warren Moon was injured, bruised ribs, but the Vikings keep their playoff hopes alive. Terry, did Jerry Bergman laugh at you?
Hey, you know what? He laughed. Everybody laughed, actually, JB.
And then we gave him our autographs.
Oh, good job of running. Good job of running. You know, one of the things that happened in the opening series by the Cardinals, they came out with both wide receivers and the tight end all on one side. And actually, the Chargers, Jimmy, did not make the proper adjustment. And I would say right now we have to look for that again, because if they don't make the switch and rotate over, the Cardinals could get a big passing play.
Yeah, the Chargers are playing a 2-deep coverage, and the Cardinals are wanting to split them out. They get them out of 2-deep coverage, force them into 3-deep coverage, which will give single coverage to their wide receivers. Got man-to-man here.
Craig coming out. This is a good job. Now that the Chargers are blitzing Craig, Craig will come out. Now he will get outside, bide some time. Good play action, holds the linebacker. Comes around to the outside. Robert Moore trailing, coming around on a deep crossing route. Wide open. Good job by Craig. Notice no pressure on him, Jimmy. Actually, he could have hit McBride there, but he went deep and got Rob Moore.
I think because of the blitzes and because of the pass rush, we're going to see both teams throwing the passes on the move today, because they've got to get away from that rush. Outstanding hit by Harper. Trying to throw into zone coverage. Harper, it goes in, knocks the ball loose. Dave Craig trying to throw to McBride. Rookie tight end out of Notre Dame. Harper knocks him loose from the football, puts it in 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I tell you, that's just cover 2. Corner's just sitting right there. Later, you'll see them just go right down the sideline. Craig 4 for 8 and about 32 yards so far. One of the things coming into this football game that the Chargers were concerned about is that when the Cardinals line up in split backs, they either do play action or they do the draw. And what we're seeing is a lot of play action and then Craig hitting the short routes. When we also, Jimmy, when we see Craig get outside the pocket, don't forget, that's the same thing that Denver did against the Chargers earlier in the year.
Arizona trying to split everybody out, run the play to draw play to Larry Centers. Centers does a nice job of running, but San Diego reacts very well, puts them in a 4th down and 1 situation. Arizona's got to go for the field goal with their outstanding kicker, Greg Davis.
Wide left. Still no score.
Still 0-0, and Jack Murphy will be back. Kind of like one of your golf shots there, Terry.
Thank you.
They're setting up a fake here. They had Rob Moore sitting outside, and Greg Davis must have been thinking about the receiver out there and the fake because he was covered. Greg Davis tried to hit the field goal. He had a duck hook left.
Got him. This is something that you see a lot. Normally, this is the type of throws you normally see Stan Humphries throw. Play action, deep, throws the post corner. But he has to catch him on 1st down. A lot of teams on 1st down play zone. And away we go. Down the field, Jefferson coming over. As you can see, Brent Alexander there. Ball just slightly overthrown, but they guessed right that time. No blitz, go deep, play action.
Terry, we got the 3-step drop by Stan Humphries here, just throwing the quick hitch, quick out. Now, what they're going to do in this ball game, because they know that the cornerbacks of the Arizona Cardinals really react quickly on this, they're going to have the 3-step drop a little bit later in the ball game. They're going to fake it short and go deep. Here, Stan Humphries does a nice job, throwing it out to the receiver, picking up good yardage. Watch for him going deep a little bit later in the game, though, off of a 3-step drop.
Yeah, this is, I don't think going wide or even attempting to run wide against this Cardinal defense, as quick as they are. And Jimmy, they take away all those gaps. It's hard to cut back against it. If you're going to bust this thing, I think you go back to the way the Chargers were running the ball last week, and that's between the tackles. And this kid can slash and dash. That's what Bobby Ross told us.
The only thing, Courtney Hall says he doesn't want to match up one-on-one with Big Eric Swan.
Whoa! Papuno out by himself. Nobody got on him.
Well, they had a little breakdown in the defense.
Yeah, this is good. Stan Humphries got up, Jimmy. Saw no one was running out to cover the tight end Papuno, really the H-back. So he just took a quick snap and just turned around and fired it out. Watch Humphries. Gets up 1 step, not 3 steps, 1 step. There's nobody out there. Blown coverage. Good job by Humphries and Papuno.
And they could have very well had a running play called. It's just a matter of Stan Humphries giving the signal to Papuno and throwing it on out there. Terrell Fletcher, the rookie from Wisconsin. He's a little smaller back than Hayden. He's only 200 pounds, whereas Hayden 220. He looks like he's the back that's going to be replacing Ronnie Harmon if they lose Ronnie Harmon in free agency next year. Trying to get an easy one. You see Stan Humphries all upset. Faked the 3-step drop. Then he rolled and tried to hit him deep down the other sideline. Again, trying to get something easy on this Arizona Cardinal defense that's very aggressive.
Problem is, had that been Tony Martin or Sean Jefferson, he would have probably had a chance for a touchdown. But Papunu, you know, that's hard to say.
That is hard to say.
I can't believe I've gotten that thing out. But anyway, this is 7th play. It's a 3rd down. I go in my play-by-play mode now. Man, oh man, that's just fun right there, Jimmy. If you can get inside of the corners when they blitz and it's all man coverage, there's nobody in the middle. Humphries did an excellent job.
Tony Martin, the outstanding receiver for San Diego, going up against the top defensive back, Aeneas Williams. He's going to go inside. Just a matter of throwing and catching. There's no safety in the middle of the field. A nice throw by Stan Humphries.
1st down. Chargers. Martin now with 4 catches for 30 yards. Last week, that's all they did. Quick slants, quick post.
Look for the counter gap play, running the football.
Good job.
Now, it ran straight at him. They said, hey, we're moving this defense, and so let's get one-on-one, run the play right off tackle, let Hayden pick up about 8 yards.
Now, Jimmy, you coached against Buddy Ryan's defense when you were with the Cowboys. What was your strategy coming in? Is this how you would like to attack them? Would you like to get out there and just kind of pound the ball?
Well, obviously, this is not the Philadelphia Eagle defense that Buddy Ryan had when it was in its heyday. This is a beat up, a little bit older defense than what Buddy Ryan had, and you can run the football here.
Well, we got 4 seconds, 3 and counting. Still no score. How you doing? You doing all right?
Tell you what,
comfortable?
This is a faster first quarter than what it was when I was on the sideline. This thing moves now.
You know, if you make a bad call up here, it doesn't cost you anything, right?
Just everybody criticize you. Same as if you're coaching.
But we will work on the telestrator, and we will get it worked out. We're just afraid we might circle the wrong people. Hey, that's just good running. Harry Swain at left tackle and Eric Moten. You look at these guys, Jimmy, you want to spot them up there, and that's just good hard running. This is what Hayden was known for at Tennessee.
It's just a straight off tackle play here, Terry, and right now I can see that San Diego's doing exactly what they want to do. They've been able to throw the short passing game with the 3-step drop. They've been able to run the football with some effectiveness. They're moving the football on this Arizona defense, and it's going to pay dividends for them.
Excellent job. Good job by Humphries. Good call that time. Shannon Mitchell, actually the tight end, Jimmy, Shannon Mitchell, after the play action took so long, Humphries couldn't get his eyes around. Watch this. Play action. There's the blitz by Irving. Now notice Mitchell is open, but Humphries turns and looks back to the inside. Had Mitchell and Humphries stayed eye connected, he could have thrown the football and picked up another 8-10 yards either. 1st down, Chargers driving.
Now, one thing San Diego's going to throw in this ball game, they're going to throw the little pass that they threw against the Miami Dolphins in the playoff game. They had the guy wide open with Mark Say. So we could see that down on the goal line.
That's a pretty good offense. You know, if they get down inside the 20-yard line, Jimmy, they've got about 50% of the time they'll score. 18 touchdowns, 15 field goals they've made so far. Hayden now with 7 rushes and 18 yards, but that's okay, because what's happening is we're seeing so far the Cardinals have the blitz has not been able to stop the quick passing game, and the run is keeping them right there at home.
Spread them out, going to throw the little slant route again. Same pass that he completed earlier on to Tony Martin. Again, spread him on out, try to throw the slant.
Well, it's a good call, Jimmy. Jefferson's going to come down to the inside. You'll see there's the, look at Hogue, Terry Hogue, the safety. Watch his eye. He goes to the right, reading the eyes of Humphreys, and the ball is actually deflected at the line of scrimmage.
And
hand up.
Aeneas Williams is all over Jefferson. Aeneas Williams doing a great job of covering right there.
13th play of this drive. That was Samir Miller knocking that ball down. Blitz, here it comes. There it is, touchdown. Yes, indeed.
Spread them out, throw to the open receiver.
Well, you know, the thing about this blitz is it came so late, Jimmy. Once again, if the safety blitzes from 10 yards off, Humphreys has all the time in the world to get the correct read, turn around, and hope that the receiver has seen the blitz and makes his adjustments. Mark say, watch Hogue. All of a sudden at the last, he comes inside. Back to the left, Humphrey goes. There it is. Mark say gets inside. If you blitz that late, you make it easy for the quarterback and the receiver to hook up. Walt Coleman there, our referee today.
Penalty on that extra point. Offside. But he's saying, what happened on that coverage? How did Say get inside of us? San Diego leading 7-0 over the Arizona Cardinals. You look at Stan Humphreys, he's excited. We'll be back in a moment.
I've covered 72 yards, took 13 plays, and then Mark Say catching the Cardinals on a blitz. Jimmy, 15-yard reception from Stan Humphreys.
Yeah, you know, Terry Hogue was in the blitz package. Brett Alexander was covering Mark Say. He was out of position. He was running to try to cover him. Mark Say changed direction against man-to-man coverage, walked in the end zone. All right, let's go back and look at that touchdown, Terry. Here you got Terry Hogue. He's going to blitz. You're going to have, you know, Brett Alexander's going to try to cover Mark Say. Here we started off. Alexander's running to try to get the coverage, changes direction. You can't change direction that quickly, and Mark Say goes into the end zone. Here we watch Mark Say, 82, change direction, and Brett Alexander says, uh-oh, he's going the other way. Man-to-man coverage, easy touchdown.
Yeah, and guess where he caught it? He caught the ball where the strong safety Hogue had disappeared from on the blitz. You know, we look at David Craig. This isn't funny, but last night he kept Jimmy and I in stitches. We're looking at a guy that absolutely has been taking a beating. He's had 3 stingers, a little nerve damage in his shoulder, and he asked me had I ever gotten those, and I went to tell him that I had. And then he talked about his sacks, and I said, well, you know, I got sacked 7 times one year. He about lost his mind. But he has taken a pounding. Oscar McBride coming around, a little touch pass. Craig sees he's got him by his man beaten by him by just 1 step, lays it out just a little bit, but just a little bit too much. Lewis Bush right trailing in behind him, but good extension. Craig, we were talking about blitz over sacks. He's right now, he leads the NFL, having been sacked 42 times. Great play.
Illegal contact. Defense, number 29. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Jack, in the bottom of your screen, watch. 29 is Terrence Shaw, the rookie. Look at the left hand. See the left hand wrapped around the receiver?
Very nice coverage, tight coverage. That's very difficult. Actually, the penalty's away from the play when the illegal chop gave the Arizona Cardinals a first down. One thing Junior Seau said last night, he said you can look at the formations of the Arizona Cardinals and you can really call the plays. A lot of it is determined by the backfield set. We talked about when the two backs are in the backfield, they're both split out. Then he said it's either going to be a draw or a pass. The other two sets that you look for when both backs are in the backfield is the king set, the queen set. The king set is when they're stacked over toward the tight end, the strong side. Now, women don't get offended here, but the queen set is when it's to the weak side. I'm not saying women are weaker than men.
You really think you should have taken that on, describing that?
King and queen.
Good pressure that time by Reuben Davis coming up the middle, forcing Craig to get rid of it a little bit too. Ball intended for Rob Moore. A lot of hooks we're seeing, a lot of hooks where the receiver just goes down and then turns around. But inside, you'll see O'Neal, Leslie coming from the outside, and on the inside, you see Reuben Davis. Craig knew he was going to get hit, tried to anticipate where Moore would be. Ball was too low.
Screen pass to Larry Centers.
Oh. Got another flag down on the field, Jimmy.
Buddy must have put an extra man in there on offense trying to get that screen pass going.
Look at Buddy. You had an interesting conversation with him yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, he said, you know, it's been a disappointing.
Eligible receiver downfield on the offense, number 75. Penalties decline. Fourth down.
The difference between college rules and pro rules, the lineman can go downfield when the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. 75 here, he's going to go ahead and do his block, and he's going to run downfield. He can't be downfield on that screen pass. Not in pro ball.
Andre Coleman deep. Fiegel's one of your guys.
Fiegel's directional punt away from Andre Coleman. Coleman's very dangerous when he gets it in his hands. He's had some fumbles, though. 9 fumbles on kickoff and punt returns. We'll be back. 7-0. San Diego Chargers leading.
San Diego Jack Murphy Stadium, where the Chargers are leading the Cardinals 7-0 as we look at Buddy Ryan. And we had a nice talk with Buddy last night. We'll share some of that with you.
Yeah, Buddy said he's going to be back next year. Definitely be back. He said he's not going to build up this football team for somebody else to reap the dividends. And you really look at some of the young players that they have, they do have a decent football team when they're healthy. But they had all those injuries earlier on.
Yeah, but Jimmy, they got guys. I mean, they went out and they picked all these guys up off the street, starting them in the offensive line. I think they got like 6 brand new starters on offense. Even David Craig, when we talked to him last night, wasn't sure if he would have played here had he known all of this was going to happen.
Yeah, the biggest problem is the offensive line. I think they can straighten out the defense, but the offensive line, really, 3 guys were on the streets, not even playing professional football when they had to pick them up, and a lot of it's due to injuries, though.
Yeah, but when you talk Cardinal football, you talk defense, and if you look at the 94 stats and you line them up with the 95 stats, every statistical category of any importance at all, and what you find out is just how poorly the Cardinals have played this year. I mean, last year they only gave up like 85 yards per rush. This year it's 152 yards. So there it is. Look at that. I mean, look at that. First to 24th and 16th. Look at that stuff.
Right. And this is the big one right here. They're last in rushing yardage against that defense. We got a timeout. Here we go. We got the San Diego Chargers leading 7-0. We'll be back, Jack Murphy.
Buddy Ryan's defense, first down Charger. We're talking about Buddy Ryan's defense, Jimmy. Just one more point. to make is that they are tied right now, are leading the NFL in giving up touchdown passes with 27. And if you talk to him, which you did, you know he's got a lot of pride in this defense.
Yeah, you know, the biggest thing that I came away from the conversation with him with was, you know, people had rumored that he was mailing it in. He really wasn't working at it. Buddy was excited about this game. He's excited about this team.
Fumble.
And the bottom line, Buddy Ryan wants to coach next year. He wants to continue coaching with the Arizona Cardinals.
Humphreys back. Once again, just a quick pass, a little 10-yard shot out to Tony Martin. Humphreys backpedaling. Seth Joyner running over. He will actually run past Martin. But then coming from the backside, the hit, the ball comes loose. Seth Joyner knocked it out. Cardinals have it.
Fumble recovered by Arizona, number 3.
Well, we talk about Buddy Ryan's defense, and that's the one thing he created last year was the havoc to offenses. Okay, today's Avlac trivia question is, who holds the single season record for receptions by a running back? The answer when we get back.
Seth Joyner in the defensive backfield, paying dividends right now. Here he hits Tony Martin, knocks him loose from the football, and the all-pro cornerback Aeneas Williams recovers for the Arizona Cardinals, giving him great field position on the 45-yard line of San Diego. Seth Joyner, 240 pounds, he said he weighed before the game.
Been there.
I hope I never get there. Who holds the single season record for receptions by a running back? Well, here's the answer. Roger Craig. 92 receptions in 1985. Look at him pick up those knees. Aflac trivia question.
Yeah.
How do you like that one, Terry?
I like it. You know what? You read pretty good. You know what? But look at centers. Look at this. This guy's on a pace to catch 95. Had 77 coming in. He's got another one today. He's got 78. Yeah, sure. Centers could be the guy. In motion goes centers. Oh, so this is how they do that. They hand you these cards, Jimmy. Look, I get to throw this back to Hollywood now, and to our man JB back there for McDonald's game break. Let it go, JB.
Terry, Minnesota fans have their fingers crossed, hoping that Warren Moon isn't too badly injured here, hit by Stephon Moore. It was a touchdown pass, but Moon has bruised ribs. He thinks it may be cracked. We'll give you an update as we get it. And Terry, as we go back to you, Jimmy Johnson was smooth leading to commercials.
Yeah, he's something else. He's so proud of himself. I wanted to pat him on his back, but his hand got in the way.
I wonder if James Brown having about his 4th meal by now.
Oh, that's cold, buddy. Up. Bo Orlando coming over from his weak safety spot. Looks like he's going to be called. It's either going to be Bo Orlando or Terrence Shaw. Pushing, illegal use of hands.
Interference, defense, number 29, spot foul, first down.
Terrence Shaw going over the
Rookie.
back there. The
Yeah.
rookie. He had tight coverage on him earlier in the ball game. Was a good play. This time he's a little bit too tight. Rob Moore, gets the interference call. 1st and 10 for the Arizona Cardinals on the 23.
Nice job, Jim. Reverse, fake it.
Nowhere to throw the ball. Throw it into the nickel seats.
There you go. You got to like razzle-dazzle. Normally you get to this razzle-dazzle stuff when you just can't get anything else going. Or you're a desperate football team, and at 4-9, I don't think Buddy's desperate. This is a good call. Fake up inside with Sellers. Fake the reverse. Hope the safeties come over and overcommit so you can turn around and lay it in the corner of the end zone. Well, you do, but there's nobody there. Good coverage, smart defensive play by the Chargers. Craig now 7 for 14, Jimmy, and only 59 yards. There it is. Oh, yeah, good job. Oh, yeah. Who do you worry about, Jimmy?
Larry Centers.
Who caught that pass, Jimmy?
Larry Centers.
How far did he go?
23 yards.
22. Close enough. It's on the card over here.
Well, I wasn't looking at the cards. I was looking at the field.
Yeah, well, you got to look at these cards, man. This is like JB back in the studio. That's an excellent job by the Cardinals. Good job. Cover 2. Corners got out. Safeties got out wide. Centers got out and got inside and did a good job of catching the ball. Nobody in the middle.
Split backs. And that's going to be a drop back pass thrown to Larry Centers. And Terry, I didn't have anybody giving me cards for 30 years on the sidelines. I was always looking at the field.
Yeah, well, I know a couple of games you could have used some cards.
7-7 San Diego Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals. We'll be back. Jack Murphy Stadium.
This Junior Seau, the linebacker, he's got him man for man. But watch on the outside. Corners will go out. Look at them. They go out. Center is wide open. Centers gets inside of Junior Seau, catches the ball, runs into the end zone. We said at the top of the show, one of the things that Junior didn't want to do was have to cover. He wanted to blitz and pressure Craig. That time he was caught, had to cover, couldn't do it, gets beat. He could play for me, Jimmy.
Big old Jerry Drake running down the field.
Oh, my gosh.
Man alive. Andre Coleman says, I don't know if I would want to return these kickoffs.
Look at that. I hope he didn't eat a pregame meal. Gee, many Christmas. Straight down the middle. Nobody touches him. Drake up, you bet. Do that. 3 games left. Buddy will look at it, likes what he'll see, and you'll be back next year.
I tell you what, Buddy Love will extend his contract tomorrow. Penalty on the play, holding against San Diego.
Hey, check out Walt Coleman when he talks here, Jimmy.
Holding, offense, number 53. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
What you want to bet he has a cow in his backyard, huh?
Well, you know what? His family was in the milk business.
Well, see there? See how I set you up then?
Little Rock, Arkansas. You probably didn't know that.
I didn't. But, you know, we're up here. Courtney Hall's down there, and he's the one that got caught for holding. See, there are a lot of ways to beat man coverage. One of the safest ways is if you take a back in the flat, he'll clear it out, and that'll allow the quarterback to throw it in an open area, lay it to the outside, and it's nice and easy, and it's fun. If you know it's man coverage, Jimmy, look at this. If you know it's man coverage, drive him off and come back. Just lay the ball right in here. If you know that, it sure does make quarterbacking a lot of fun. Drive him off, make his shoulders turn. There it is, bringing him back. Good catch. First down, Chargers. Blitz. Well, folks, tomorrow on Fox NFL Sunday, it's a key NFC East matchup when the Dallas Cowboys take on the Philadelphia Eagles, plus other exciting regional action. Coverage begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check local listings for the game and time in your area right here on Fox Sports. That's pretty good. I like that reading. I got so caught up in my reading that Stan Brock,
he forgot better.
He forgot the snap count. Stan Brock. You know, I'm a little ticked off at him. I'm glad he jumped offside.
Prior to the snap, number 67. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
What did he do to me yesterday when we went out on the practice field, Jimmy? Do you remember?
Yeah, he's teasing you about your green jeans.
I got these fancy green britches. There he is. Keith McCann's coming in, Brock up. I got these green britches that I'm real proud of. And he made fun. As a matter of fact, the whole darn Charger team made fun of him. Now I'm never going to wear them again. I'm going to give them away as a Christmas gift. Blitz. Oh, man. Ronnie Harmon, we waited a long time to call his name.
Stopped by number 35, Aeneas Williams.
Coming out, Jimmy, see him come out of the backfield, comes up inside the defensive end, down. Great effort by Harmon. It looks like they're going to give him a first down. Well, they're going to measure it.
And they went against Garth Jacks, the replacement for Jameer Miller. Going after the replacement, the backup player. Ronnie Harmon, probably one of the best in the business, is picking up first downs.
There it is, first down. And we go back to, again, you're seeing a lot of motion by the Chargers. When motion comes and you have blitzes, you have to make a lot of checks. Either get out of it, go to zone. The Cardinals stayed in the blitz. It left Harmon out of the backfield, man for man. He beats the linebacker. Good throw by Humphreys, and an excellent effort by Harmon to get the first down.
Yeah, the thing that the Chargers have done in this ball game, they've kept most of their drops, the three-step drops. That's taken away Eric Swan. They don't have the seven-step drops where Stan Humphreys has to hold the football the entire game. Great interception, Brent Alexander. Brent Alexander just got put into the safety position here last week. Comes up with a big pick.
Intercepted by number 46, Brent Alexander. Tackle play was made by Alfred Mabudu.
You know, it looks like, Jimmy, that the ball's thrown. There's Brent Alexander, but it looks like Jefferson just comes over and doesn't even put his hands up. Looked like he lost the football in the sun because he never even made an attempt to put his hands. I believe had he put his hands up, that he might have been able to catch that football because Brent Alexander went over the top of him to make the interception.
Yeah, Jefferson got caught up in the coverage right there and didn't go after the football.
You look at this patched up offensive line of the Cardinals and Dave Craig with all those sacks and all those stingers, and you look at Duval Love at left guard and Larry Tharp at left tackle. These are guys a lot of people say just came off the street. Duval Love, of course, came here, and we saw him at the elevator, and he was telling you, he said, boy, Coach, it's rough. he won't even take the Pittsburgh calls now because they're doing so well.
Yeah, they're trying to talk to him, but he said, I don't even want to talk to those folks.
Oh, good read. Got a flag down, but whoa, what an excellent job of reading by Hurst.
Ball carrier. Penalty flag on the field.
Play going to be against Larry Tharp there. Holding.
Holding, offense, number 71, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Yeah, we're just talking about the line, Jimmy. Larry Tharp at left tackle, but there are 5 or 6 new starters. Even Cunningham at center is a new starter, although he started earlier in the day.
Here you got Larry Tharp here playing left tackle. Blocks down the inside and just grabs the linebacker. That's a takedown. That was a WWF or something like that. What's that called?
I don't watch that stuff, man. I read novels and stuff like that. I'm not into that.
Yeah, King Kong Bundy or something.
Now Howie
would know
he's
that.
not even watching this game right now.
Oh.
He's in the studio back in his little dressing room. He's watching these WWF whatever. Him and Jerry might be going at it by now. I don't know if
He
those
may
two
be
guys.
slam dunking Jerry. You can't tell.
Whoa. Anthony Edwards, good throw by David Craig. David Craig now throwing the quick outs, just like Humphreys was doing. 1, 2, 3, turn, fire. 1, 2, 3, good momentum. fired out there. David Craig right on the market, and Edwards drops it. You know, you look at Craig's numbers. If we ever get a chance, this guy's like 8th in the NFL in yardage. David Craig. This school, Milton College. I mean, they're not even playing football anymore. And here's the guy, Jimmy, going on to be one of the all-time greats in the NFL that nobody really even knows that much about. Blitz. Junior. Well, Junior, I don't know. You need to make a blitz and get in there and make a sack after giving up that touchdown.
Great block by Larry Centers on the outside linebacker. Watch Larry Centers, and you missed it here. But I tell you what, Dave Craig goes out there. Good pressure by Junior Seau on David Craig. Has to throw the ball away.
Yeah, you know, that's what Junior wanted to do, was blitz. And after we saw him cover earlier, we can understand why he wants to blitz. Oh, that's a dandy. A flag.
By Eagles into the end zone for a touchback. 54 yards on the
Gotta wait a minute.
flag on the field.
Walt, tell us what happened.
One of the interior people for Arizona went down before the ball was kicked. You know, at the rule, the only 2 people can leave on the snap would be the 2 outside, what they call flyers. Everybody else has got to hold until the ball's kicked, and somebody evidently left a little early.
You saw Bobby pointing. He wants him to bring it back and make him kick it again. Here's your guy.
Ineligible downfield on the kicking team, number 57. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 4th down.
Long snapper, the center, going back to Fiegels. He leaves before the ball is kicked. He's got a hole in there. Leaves about 3 steps early. I tell you what, I would have taken the ball on the 20-yard line, though.
Well, if you got a guy like Coleman, but you know this Coleman guy, Jimmy, he'll put it on the ground. He's had like 9 fumbles. He's had, and most of them, as Bobby Ross has told us, when Coleman is back receiving, he just closes his eyes and turns his back on him because too many bad things have happened.
Fiegels, one of the best in the business, put it inside the 20, though. Here he's going to end up having to fair catch it on the 24, so he picked up 4 yards with the penalty.
Yeah. Tomorrow on What's So Funny, take a look at all the incredible dumb things that happened to it.
Yeah, you said yesterday, looks are deceiving, right? Nice job by Seth Joyner coming from the strong safety position all the way deep, about 12 yards deep. He is going to end up coming up here and making the play for about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Seth Joyner coming back. Wait, here we go. Here comes Seth Joyner. Had the linebacker at first. I circled the wrong guy.
Yes, you
We
did.
had hands going every which way on this.
No, we didn't.
Well,
we
you
didn't.
stuck your hand
Well,
out.
I was trying to bail you out. You were having a heck of a time.
Seth Joyner on the wide receiver. I tell you, they're going to. Oh my gosh, big Clyde Simmons.
Hello. Man, 3-step pass, 3-step pass, 3-step pass. Clyde Simmons finally got in the proper position in the proper lane, and right when Humphreys turned it loose, went up in the air. Now, Jimmy, hey, I'm impressed with the effort he made, but what's really amazing is that he was able to spin around, find the football, intercept, and then take it in for the touchdown.
And San Diego had what they wanted because they had the 3-step drop. They had Seth Joyner out on a wide receiver out wide. But the only thing is Stan Humphreys went to the left rather than going one-on-one against Seth Joyner. Matched up exactly what they wanted, went the wrong way. They ended up costing them a touchdown. This is a 3rd career interception, 2nd career touchdown for Clyde Simmons. We're going to get here. Here's Simmons on the outside. Stan Humphrey's going to take 3 steps back, look to the left, throw it out. Simmons gets his hands up, going to take it in the end zone. Pretty good running for a big guy.
Nice job.
Horrible tackling by Stan Humphreys.
Nice job. He pushes Humphreys around. Look, get out of here. I mean, this is 235 pounds. Stan yesterday says 235. Unbelievable. This is just a great effort. Once again, the ball up in the air, spin around. Simmons makes the catch, pushes the quarterback, get out of the way, takes it into the end zone, touchdown. And you made a good point. The next time, watch this. What do you want to bet? That they'd either put a wing back over on Simmons or they go to the other side.
Yeah, they've got to go to the weak side over where they had one-on-one coverage with Seth Joyner. And, you know, Joyner is an outstanding player. He is playing very well today. But, you know, he's not going to be able to cover a receiver one-on-one. And so there, Stan Humphrey just got to go to the other side.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in the first half for the Cardinals defense, and one of them returned for a touchdown.
This game is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended.
In fact, it's real good.
14-7 Cardinals over the San Diego Chargers, and the thing that Bobby Ross didn't want to have a bunch of turnovers, it's starting to pay dividends for the Arizona Cardinals.
All right, with 2 minutes remaining in
the... He said, we're not going to go in here and just put in time. He said, we're ready to play this football game. But he was fired up, I guarantee you. He used some words that I can't use right now. He said, we're going to get after these guys. And he said, I'm expecting to play well. Now, San Diego Chargers, they're going to be in a little bit of shock with these 3 turnovers because they're fighting for the playoff. They did not expect this to be a tight ball game. They thought they were going to win it and win it going away.
Well, they might still win it and win it going away. One of the things you got to look at, Jimmy, we've only seen 1 deep pass, and that was on first down play action. Now that the Cardinals are on top, Buddy Ryan likes to really get aggressive and go after Humphreys. I wonder now, will the Chargers gamble in the next 2 minutes? Okay, that's a good start.
They're going after Joyner.
Yeah, that's a good, why not? That's where you go. You see the Cardinals, they're dropping deep. Don't let the Cardinals dictate to you. It's time now to start dictating to them as an offensive unit. Blitz coming to the backside. Good job. See, you're going to get hit. I think as a quarterback in this offense against this, you're going to get hit.
Right.
But Jimmy, I really believe that right now, the thing you have to do is you have to take a few gambles. Chargers calling a timeout with a minute 35 remaining in the first half. To the backside, Jimmy. Notice the blitzing by Buddy. Top of your left of your screen to the outside. Here they come. Simmons coming back to the inside. Humphreys out. You know, for a big man, he does have good movement and smart. Look at the awareness. Saw the completion, turned around to the referee who stands right behind him and called the timeout. Yeah, but I think so many times, Jimmy, you say blitz, 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 blitz. We come on the show, blitz, blitz, blitz. And then in your mindset, you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is how the Chargers have been winning the last couple of weeks. But now sometimes you have to say we've got to take our shots against this blitz because there's some teams that have put up some pretty impressive numbers. Mainly, if I look at it, Denver threw the heck out of the football against these guys. Blitz straight up the middle. Oh.
Had exactly what they wanted, Terry. They had man coverage, had the blitz, threw the little slant route, and it's a little bit high, and he drops the football. This could have been a touchdown had he not dropped the football.
Garth straight up the middle. Garth Jacks straight up the middle. Blitz, nobody in the center that time. Alexander, 46, he's over, back, catch the ball out, turn it up, and you have a big play. So far in the first half, Chargers are 4 for 5 on third down conversions. Good job.
The Cardinals faked the blitz that time, ended up with zone coverage. Stan Humphries had no place to throw the football. Great job of scrambling around, though, and finding, an open receiver. Looking for zone coverage, starts to move around just a little bit, buys some time in the pocket. Now he throws the ball out, and he's going to end up picking up the first down, taking it to the 38-yard line.
There you go. That's a big play. So you gamble. He hung in there. McCants missed him. Simmons missed him. Spun around, found Papunu. Big first down. Got him.
Oh, no! Had it right in his hands, Terry. He got what he was looking for, and looking for the big play. He's got to catch that football.
See,
Jefferson's had a couple of drops in this first half. That's really cost him.
This is what we're talking about. Take your shots. You're going to get hit. Stan knows he's going to get hit. Hang in there. McCants coming straight in his face, and he anticipates where Jefferson's going to be. A perfectly thrown ball. Alexander on the coverage. He falls down. Jefferson loses sight of the ball and drops it. Once again, watch Alexander 46 fall down. Jefferson loses sight and drops a sure touchdown pass. Blitz again.
Here they come.
Got him.
Jefferson stopped running there.
Yeah, but now they're attacking him. See, this is okay, Jimmy. If you can't do it in the pocket, get Stan outside, seal everything down inside, because if you blitz up the middle and your quarterback's going outside, well, the blitz is nullified. It's practically not there, and you have one-on-one on the outside.
Now, the last third down, Arizona showed the blitz like they were going to blitz. They came back out of it, and that's when Humphries had to buy some time, threw the ball to Papunu, and got the big play. Wouldn't doubt that they'd show it a blitz again and then come on out of it and play zone.
Well, they're showing it again, like you said, and playing man.
Playing man, one free. Oh. Tony Martin got to make that catch, Tony.
Third down, minute 1 remaining. Man, it's like Stan hurt us. I mean, they've come out firing.
He's
now
going for the big play, and they've had the chance for the big play, but they just got to make the catch.
Martin straight down the middle. Aeneas Williams bails out to the outside, knowing he has help from the safety Alexander inside, and another well-thrown ball. But this would have had to have been a great catch.
Yeah, but he can make that catch.
All right, here we go, Coach.
Going for fourth down. Pick up your first right there in the middle, 82, Marseille.
Timeout.
Timeout to Stan
There
Humphries.
you go.
Nice job of picking up the first down with Marseille.
Yeah, see, I think you can't let this Cardinal defense and all their blitzing scheme scare you. I think you have to be aggressive. You have to take chances, and that's what the Chargers are doing now. All right, got a ball game going here. 51 seconds remaining in the first half. Chargers down by 7. From the Dockers at halftime, JB and Howie will bring you the highlights from today's Saturday action in the NFL. That's all coming up on the Dockers halftime. You want to score here? Crossing routes, run away from man coverage, run through the zones. Whoa! Hello.
Terry, San Diego's doing a lot of shifting, a lot of motion, doing a lot of changing of the formations to try to cause confusion with Arizona with their man-to-man matchup. Here, Ronnie Harmon comes out of the backfield. He's going to be wide open. Nobody even covering him, picking up the first down.
Well, watch this, Jimmy. Inside. They come inside. Harmon back out to the outside. Look at this. Seals everything, pulls everyone in, and actually the linebacker covering Harmon gets trapped to the inside. He can't make the stop. First down, Chargers.
Uh-oh. Marseille coming back in the same play that they threw against the Miami Dolphins, and he was not wide open. Aeneas Williams had him covered.
Humphries saw.
This is the same play that they threw against the Dolphins in the playoff, but Aeneas Williams did a good job, and he covered Marseille coming out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Troy Vincent tried to cover him against the Dolphins and got lost in all the cluster. Here's the play back in the playoffs last year. Watch Mark say, motion, comes back, motion. He's going to go back wide open. Touchdown. Aeneas Williams said they're not going to let that happen to us.
There he is. Ronnie Harmon. Once again, Jimmy, we talked crossing routes. They didn't hit the crossing routes for the touchdown, but they used the crossing routes to clear it out, and they found out that they can get Harmon out of the backfield, and no defensive back or linebacker can stay with him. He's out in the flat. Excellent call, touchdown Chargers.
As a coach, Terry, when I was seeing an offensive team giving us that many formations, that much motion, a lot of shifting, I wanted to go to zone coverage so that we'd have all the zones covered to where we wouldn't have guys running free in our defensive secondary to where they can just throw the ball out there for the touchdown.
Hello, ball game. Jimmy, watch this. It's the same thing down at the goal line. I love crossing routes. They have such a great effect on everything. Coming from the right. Notice everyone comes inside. Harmon right here. He's just out in the flat. You can't see it that well there, but everybody down inside. Ceiling, there's your crossing routes. There's your pick. There's a Martin.
And where's
in the back.
coverage, Terry?
Yeah, the coverage is back inside, Jimmy.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about it. You've got to cover the zones there and not start running inside with those receivers. Here we've got the wide angle here. Instead of playing zone, they're going to go inside, and that's going to allow Ronnie Harmon to go right into the flat. Chasing receivers, Ronnie Harmon's got nobody covering him.
Yeah, that's a nice job. Good job by the slot that time, Jefferson, of running inside. When he got inside that time, he actually bumped the linebacker that was locked up on Ronnie Harmon as Martin went back to the corner of the end zone. The little slight bump by Jefferson picked off the man that was covering Harmon, Jimmy, and Harmon was wide open at the goal line. I would think as a defensive coordinator that you would hate multiple formations and a lot of shifting down at the goal line because it's hard to make the right calls unless you just jump zones.
Especially when you got Ronnie Harmon coming out of the backfield. He's the key guy.
11 plays, 89 yards, a minute 46 on the clock as the Chargers tied up with 35 seconds remaining in the first half. Tonight, CY Newsweek calls Mad TV fresh, smart, and edgy.
Seconds here. They've got to get a little bit of yardage here and use their timeouts. They can go down the field and possibly get a field goal. But they've got to pick up yardage on this first down play.
Well, the deep ends will be open.
Got the screen to Larry Centers. No yardage.
Yeah, see, I know that right now, and I know David Craig is as good a passer throwing the 20-yard in as anybody playing the game. And you know the Chargers, Jim, you're just going to drop those safeties back, drop those linebackers back.
Watch you draw play here. No. Again, a little low screen. Going to have illegal motion on the Cardinals. I mean, on the Arizona Cardinals. Holding.
Man.
Run the clock out. Let's go to halftime and let it be a new ball game.
Holding, offense, number 71, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Larry Tharp, there he is, 71.
Seemed like we called his name earlier in the ball game for a little holding.
Let me circle him right there. Let's watch what he does. Coming back to the outside, Leslie O'Neal down to the inside. Sean Lee, Reuben Davis coming out. Gets his hands around him and holds him. On a screen.
That's the end of the first half with a score Arizona 14, San Diego 14. The Dockers halftime is coming up after these messages from your local.
America's going mad over Mad TV.
It's just like Friends.
Except we're on sex with each other.
Mad TV.
12% louder than all the other TV shows.
Honey, you're acting kind of weird. Is everything okay? Only Fox would put this on.
I'm a stonefly Mac Papa. Stop making me laugh.
Would it kill you to watch it once? Have you ever added 6 ounces of bourbon to your humidifier at night? You drift in and out of consciousness, but who cares?
Don't even get mad.
Catch Mad TV late night tonight on Fox.
So in this equation, what is the slope of the curve?
At -2.3, the slope is 9.
Correct.
That's his 10th completion in a row.
Man, he's got skill.
He knows what he's doing.
Got some talent.
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, this kid never fumbles.
Just check this out.
Put it together, man. He's putting it all together.
A smooth move. Look at that.
50 players from the National Football League have recently proven themselves big fans of education.
Man, is he fast.
Together with NFL charities, these players have given a $1 million gift to the College Fund.
Check it out.
Their strong show of leadership sends a message to young people that education is essential, that brains need developing as well as bodies. Thanks to their support, deserving kids will have the chance to achieve greatness.
Oh, he's unstoppable.
These NFL players agree. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Join them and support the College Fund.
Welcome back to Jack Murphy Stadium, where the Arizona Cardinals and the San Diego Chargers are all tied up 14-14. Here it is, that first touchdown by the San Diego Chargers. Stan Humphries taking the football, and he's going to throw it to Mark Say. Say's going to come out of the backfield. He loses Brent Alexander in the coverage, walks into the end zone all by himself. Touchdown. We'll be back to Jack Murphy Stadium after these messages.
You're watching a Fox NFL special.
Wherever you are on the Central Coast, a genuine Central Coast Chevrolet dealer is there for you.
With this van from Central Coast Chevy dealers and especially Home Motors, many children in the Santa Maria area will be able to take advantage of the after-school programs and field trips. We appreciate the generosity of the Central Coast Chevy dealers, and thank you, Home Motors.
Wherever you are on the Central Coast, a genuine Central Coast Chevrolet dealer is there for you.
Can't find a check for the IRS audit? Running out of room for financial record storage? The solution is laser image checking, new from Hacienda National Bank. First on the Central Coast to provide this innovative service for personal and commercial checking accounts. Lost or misplaced checks are a thing of the past. Free binders provide this neat and efficient way to store your records. Customize and modernize your checking account with laser image checking, only from Hacienda National Bank. First into the 21st century of banking.
There are those who appreciate a big, thick, juicy Carl's Jr. Superstar. And there are those who don't. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
It's the week you've waited for at the Atascadero Ford Outlet. It's Everyone Drives Week. Yes, you can get a car or truck no matter how many times you drive. Special bank and finance officers are on duty to make sure you drive today. Save $5,000 on a new F-150 or get one for $13,888. Even buy for $0 down or make no payments till spring. Everyone Drives Week is the chance you need to get a car right now. Drive now to the Atascadero Ford Outlet. Drive now. Drive today.
Happy holidays from KCOY Channel 12.
Welcome back to Jack Murphy Stadium. Terry Bradshaw along with Jimmy Johnson, where we have the Phoenix Cardinals or the Arizona Cardinals. Jimmy coming in here playing the Chargers in the first half. We saw the blitzes. We saw the takeaways, the turnovers that the Chargers created. Now we've looked at and seen what the Chargers can do to really get some points on the board. What adjustments you see for these teams in the second half?
Well, for one thing, there's only about 8 minutes in the locker room by the time you go off the field, get back on the field. So the chalk was flying fast and furious with Buddy Ryan. I promise you, he's taking all those different formations that San Diego's showing him, and he's saying, hey, you've got to cover him. You've got to cover him. When he goes in motion, you've got to run across the backfield. You cover him. So they're just trying to line up and make sure everybody gets covered. Now, San Diego, you know, Bobby Ross is saying, hey, guys, hold on to the football. go catch the football. He said, you know, we're really the better team here, but we have made mistakes. We've had turnovers. We've dropped the football. We can't have those kind of mistakes and win the game.
But, you know, we haven't seen David Craig be able to really crank it up. Sanders hasn't been able to get involved in the offense. Moore hasn't gotten involved in the offense. And I'm just wondering what offensive adjustments they were going to make in the second half, trying to get these guys down there.
Well, the big thing with Craig, you know, I think he's got to challenge those corners, and they've got to get them out of the 2-deep coverage. He's got to go ahead and get into more of a 3-deep or man-to-man coverage where he can throw the ball up with Frank Sanders or with Rob Moore. They've thrown some crossing routes. They've thrown some inside routes, and they've been able to complete a few of those, but they've got to get some big plays down the field.
Yeah, you're looking at the numbers, Craig. 9 for 18 in the first half and a big half by Humphreys. Most of that 86 yards on that 89 yards on that last drive. But the thing I think the Chargers found out, Jimmy, they could take chances. They could go down the field and get big plays. And that last 2-minute drive certainly proved that to him. Greg Davis will kick off. He's pretty fast. 5th touchdown. Kickoff return for Andre Coleman. Halftime, Jimmy, to burn some chalk on buddies, but I guess they forgot about special teams.
Well, we asked Bobby Ross, we said, now, Andre Coleman, he's had all these fumbles. Why do you have him back there? Here's why you've got him back there, because he's one of the best in the NFL at returning kicks. This is his 3rd touchdown of the year on punt and kickoff returns. He can fly.
88 yards was his longest. This one 92 yards, and what a way to start off the second half.
I think we're going to have a little scoring in the second half here, Terry.
Well, we just had one. For sure. Well, in the last minute and 50 seconds, if you count the second quarter, the Chargers. That's right, Andre Coleman with a 92-yard kickoff return. Humphreys with a touchdown pass early. As the Chargers have found a way to score and score fast. Jimmy?
He just gets right behind his wedge. His wedge does a great job of blocking, opens up a lane for him. Greg Davis can't make the tackle here, and then it's just outright speed. Coleman going down the boundary. They're trying to catch him. They can't catch him. Makes it 21-14, San Diego ahead.
Yeah, this is his 4th career kickoff return for a touchdown. Up the middle, sets up the blocks, then cut to the outside. Now it's just speed. Davis, can you get him? No, he can't get him. No one can catch him. Coleman, 92 yards. And, man, I'll tell you, that is exciting, especially for a football team, Jimmy. 6 and 7 like the Chargers are, hoping that if they can win the rest of their games, 2 remaining games are on the road against the Colts and the Giants, they could get into the playoff picture as a wild card team. Kansas City, of course, already has won the AFC West. Charlotte, North Carolina. Did you hear Charlotte, North Carolina? I like Charlotte, North Carolina. That's good golfing country. If you don't golf, but if you do golf, go down there and say hello to John Elam. He'll put you on a golf course.
Is there any water around there?
There's water about 100, 200 miles east. Big old ocean out there.
LaShawn Johnson, he says, I want to try it. Uh-oh, don't drop the ball on the ground, LaShawn.
Number 41, Terrell Fletcher, along with number 88, James May. First and 10, Arizona at the 13.
Now, Craig's got to come back here and run the football some. You know, they've got to go back just like it was the start of a ball game. They can't worry about being down 7 points. They can't worry about what they did the first half. Establish a little bit of a running game. You know, pick them down the field, then try to get a big play with Sanders and Moore. Penalty on the play. Larry Tharp might be getting his third one of the game.
Holding, offense, number 37. Penalties decline. Second down.
Here we got Larry Centers. He took Larry Tharp off the hook. Centers goes in motion, comes back, drops down low, trying to keep Leslie O'Neal out of the backfield. Actually, Leslie O'Neal just kind of went into the block and caused the hold, and that's why you had the yellow flag there on the ground.
Good read by Craig that time, Jimmy. It's a little route you like. You get your Oscar McBride, you get him out in the flat, you take the wide receiver, you send him down about 10 yards and break him to the post. If the linebacker drops deep, which he does, throw it out into the flat. Good job by Oscar McBride, makes the catch, and then gets it up. Third down, 7 to go, but it's a good read. He, the linebacker, goes deep, you go short, he comes up short, then you go behind him, and you hit the quick post to the wide receiver.
The only thing I don't like the selection for the simple reason they're going to the players that have the worst hands, their tight ends. You're going to win this ball game, it's got to be with people.
Fumble!
Oh, there you go. Arizona recovered. But if you're going to make a big play, you got to go to the guys that give you an opportunity to make a big play. Frank Sanders, Rob Moore, Larry Centers, Garrison Hurst, not the tight ends.
Craig, we knew coming into this game, Jimmy, the Chargers said what? They said David Craig holds the ball low, and he holds it a long time. Leslie O'Neal round on the blind side, swaps the ball away. Fumble number 143 of the career of David Craig, who said, I had to pass some great ones to get there. Oh, man, dandy punt. Coleman returns, and 21-14, 12:35 remaining. Chargers on top of the Cardinals.
I'd like to tell you about my friend Jake. Jake is music. If he's not playing, he's listening to music. He has a legendary music collection. He's got stuff from last century. 8 tracks. The best times we have are just when we sit down and pick up the guitars and play what comes to our heads. Jake's just a great friend. Western got his backstage passes? Yes. Everybody loves him. Not too sure the neighbors do, though.
When you're with a friend as good as Jake, shouldn't you have a Heineken?
Skill Power Tools make such quick work of all your projects. You'll find time to get out there and work on all kinds of things. Skill Power Tools. Think of all the things you can do.
Finding out Little Caesar's new stuffed crust pizza is a better deal at only $7.99 results in a kind of wacky happiness. A large cheese and pepperoni stuffed crust pizza at Little Caesar's for just $7.99.
Pizza, pizza.
All right.
They're still yellow, still fighting. Holy moly. Still ready for a little love.
I'd rather kiss a dead moose's butt.
Jack Lemmon.
What?
Walter Matthau. So I'll call you Anne Margaret. Sophia Loren. Grumpier old men. Back with more than they deserve.
It ain't the size that matters.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, December 22nd at theaters everywhere.
This Fox NFL special is brought to you by Heineken, the #1 selling imported beer. Heineken, just being the best is enough. By Hertz, for business, for pleasure. Nobody does it exactly like Hertz. By Norelco Razor, for our closest shave ever. And by Little Caesar's Pizza Pizza, where you always get 2 great pizzas for 1 low price.
Beautiful North San Diego Bay, Jimmy.
Oh, boy.
That little boat floating out there. Of course, that little boat's a little boat compared to your big yacht that you have parked down in South Florida, I might add.
Well, that's a sailboat, though. That's a little bit slow for me. I like to have those big engines just roaring down the field.
David Merritt, backup linebacker for the Cardinals. He's out. And then Jameer Miller, the starting right side linebacker, he's out got injured a sprained ankle in the first half, and Garth Jacks is now starting at middle linebacker. So right now, Buddy has to be a little bit concerned. Buddy Ryan has to be a little bit concerned because if they lose another linebacker, Randy Kirk will have to come in. And Jimmy, he snaps on deep punts.
Well, and another problem is not only the play of the linebackers, but the adjustments. When you start putting backup players in there and they've got to adjust all these formations, they might leave somebody come free here. San Diego might have a little bit of a candy store effect here. They know that they can get some mismatches in the passing game. As far as, you know, what do they take? Do they take the running game? They've been effective with the running game. Or do they spread them out, change the formation, do the motion, and try to get somebody free in the secondary for the easy touchdown? I think they still got to mix it up with the running game.
Well, you're right. You know, you keep this up. I mean, I'm amazed at how you know and how you observe. I mean, I have, you know, feelings here that this stuff is going wasted. You know what I mean? Potentially, somewhere out there might be a home for you.
Hayden's got 13 carries for 44 yards.
You wish I'd just shut up. Yeah, I'll shut up. Now the Chargers are getting back, Jimmy. Now that they have the lead, we're seeing them come out and run the football. A lot of folks that are watching are saying, gee whiz, you know, they threw that ball for 86 yards to close out the half and score. Why don't they do that again? Well, this is really the offense that Bobby Ross wants to run. The grind them out kind of football that got them to the AFC Championship game and won that game. This is the way they do it. And this Hayden, this rookie out of Tennessee, who, by the way, is playing with a rod in his right leg from when he broke it, he's doing just what they want.
Stan Humphries called an audible at the line of scrimmage, and in fact, we listened to him do their audibles yesterday in practice. He went to the running play, felt like that he could run the ball left better than he could right. Looking at the defense right there, it was the 46 defense that Buddy Ryan made so famous, you know, with the Chicago Bears, and he went to a base running play rather than probably running the counter.
Come down.
Chargers are 5 for 7 on third down. Humphries with a big first half. Timeout called by the Cardinals. So 21-14, the Chargers by 7 over the Cardinals. We'll be back in just a minute.
Is that Johnson's team behind us?
Exactly.
Are they members of Hertz #1 Club Gold?
Exactly.
Are we members of Hertz #1? Not exactly.
So thanks to Hertz, they're going to get to the meeting on time.
And we'll be late? So exactly what'll I tell the boss?
In Rent-A-Car, there's Hertz, and there's not exactly. Make sure you choose the right one.
And then a dog in the cargo hold 8-hour presentation.
Is he buying it?
Not exactly.
What are the odds of the sharper image, Continental Airlines Grand Destinations, Royal Caribbean Cruises, and FTD all having a sale at exactly the same time? Actually, they're quite good. Presenting master values from MasterCard. Immediate savings of 10 to 40% at places all over right now. Exclusively for people who use MasterCard.
Ah, the fresh autumn air.
Oh, the total darkness.
Where are those darn flashlights?
Ow!
Still works.
Dependable Duracell batteries. Nothing lasts longer.
We haven't used these since that blackout 2 years ago. Hey, where's mine?
The Copper Top. No battery is stronger, longer.
Promise to do my best, to do my duty to God and my country.
Scouting, because character counts.
The San Diego Chargers said yesterday that they wanted to get the big play against this Arizona defense. They wanted to go downtown on them. Well, they haven't been effective downtown. They're 0 for 5 in the yardage on 20 yards plus. But I tell you what they have done against man-to-man coverage. Right here, 8 for 8, and they've gone for some big yards. You don't have to throw it deep down the field against man-to-man. Throw a 5-yard pass, let him run.
Oh, good effort. Yeah, this is smart football, though, Jimmy. You got a corner that's laying off a wide receiver, and you want to throw the football. 2 steps, pop it out there. Good job by Martin. Makes the catch, gets up inside, hit, drag, goes down, picks up a couple more yards.
A gain of 6 yards. Chargers first down.
Here's Tony Martin here trying to pick up the 6 yards. Look at the extra effort. Makes the catch at about 3 yards. Now he lowers his head. He keeps those feet to moving. He knows where the first down marker is and picks it up.
Whoa!
Mark save.
Hang on, Nelly. 38 yards.
You don't have to throw it way downtown to get a big play. You can throw the short crossing route against man-to-man coverage, and you can get the touchdown.
Greatest play in all of football is the crossing route.
Throwing it up against Lance Brown, their young cornerback. 38 yards for Mark Say. He's got 2 touchdowns now, and he's had receptions over 100 yards. 6 catches for 103 yards. Buddy better get the chalk back out. He said those guys are running too free in my secondary.
Right now, he wouldn't want to be using that chalk to write on no board, Jimmy. I think he'd like to put it a few places. There we have it, 28. Chargers 28, Cardinals 14. 9:19 remaining in the third quarter.
Would we claim the Norelco razor shaves closer than ever, without hundreds of tests to back it up? Say our precision groove helps the Norelco lift and cut system shave closer, without proof? No. We wouldn't say it's our closest shave ever without science, sensors, tests. But of all the tests that prove it's closer, the most convincing requires a personal touch. The Norelco razor, our closest shave ever.
Need a break?
Yeah!
The Monopoly game is bigger, better, and back at McDonald's. Just order any of these McDonald's food favorites to get your game piece. Cruises, cars, cash, $1 million. This is your best holiday break ever.
I won! You won!
People everywhere are winning big, playing the Monopoly game at McDonald's. Catherine Cox won a cruise for 4 on the Big Red Boat with air travel on United Airlines. And with millions of prizes left, you could be next. So take a break and get a break at McDonald's.
Why? 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 Oh.
Check this out. Wide side, Martin straight down the middle, clears it out. Papunu out in the flat, pull him up. Now take my man Say, go across, get a linebacker trailing. He runs into this umpire, knocks him down, makes the catch, hits the sideline all the way, touchdown. There it is. Down inside, there's the umpire helping out. Makes the catch. Then a good block by Martin downfield. Cleared his guy out, turned around, made an excellent block. Chargers got this thing going now. Jimmy, we're looking at 21 unanswered points now the Chargers have put up. And, you know, you got to look at 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. I mean, you got to say to yourself, hey, offense, you know, we got to start moving the football here, because the way the Chargers are striking, they're striking so fast. We got to get some time off his clock, and we got to get a good sustained drive down, and we got to stop this momentum and get it back on our side.
Well, yeah, the only thing about the Arizona offense, here 1 week they have 96 total yards, and then the next week you go up against Atlanta, they have over 400 yards passing. They've got to get some big plays out of their big play guys, and that's Frank Sanders and Rob Moore.
There it is. Yeah, you know, that thing, you know, Jimmy, so many coaches won't throw a deep end, but we threw them so many times in Pittsburgh, especially if you've got teams that play zones, because you get a receiver deep, he can even slow down for you, makes an easy target. That's what happens. Craig sees it. Rob Moore slows down, an excellent job, makes the catch, beats Bo Orlando, turns back to the outside for a 36-yard gain. If you catch him in zones and you have the patience and time, those are the areas you're attacked, deep down the middle.
Rob Moore, touchdown. Oh, Rob, keep your feet and keep running. Against two deep coverage, Terry.
Yeah.
Rob Moore went inside and then went to the corner, went to the soft spot behind the corner in front of the free safety.
You go inside, okay, you got the 20-yard in cut. Now you get inside the corner, like you said, Jimmy, drive it up the field, and then you go back out to the corner or the flag route.
Nice throw by Dave Craig. He puts it right there on the line to Rob Moore, and if Rob Moore doesn't stumble, he's going to get the touchdown.
Yeah, Bo Orlando again, 4 receptions, 93 yards now for Rob Moore. Now they're doing, hey, now this offense is moving.
This is what they've got to do. They've got to go to their big play guys to get some points on the board.
He ran it out.
Garrison Hurst fumbling into the end zone.
Dwayne Harper, hey, Jimmy. Dwayne Harper makes the fumble recovery, should have stayed put. Tries to run it out, and that's going to be on the 1-foot line. Inside the 20-yard line, Jimmy. The worst team in the National Football League at scoring is the Phoenix. I keep saying Phoenix. Is the Arizona Cardinals.
Garrison Hurst running the football, gonna fumble, puts it in the end zone. San Diego takes it. We'll be right back.
Maybe you helped and didn't know it, or were part of it and just forgot. If you joined the American Express Charge Against Hunger over the last 2 years, you made a difference. But the fight isn't over. Every time you use your American Express card, we'll give to Share Our Strength, a leading anti-hunger group. Because now through December 31st, the Charge Against Hunger is on again.
At True Value, we've got all the decorations and gifts you'll need to get your home ready for the holidays. And anything else that might help.
Santa!
This thermos quart steel bottle with bonus tape rule is only $18.99, or the Chicago Cutlery gift set just $9.99. True Value. Christmas is just around the corner.
The human face, a landscape, difficult terrain where certain hairs grow taller, longer. Introducing a revolutionary 3-stage shaving system, Braun Flex Integral. The first foil removes short hairs. An integrated cutter shaves longer hairs. Then the second foil completes the job. New Flex Integral for Braun's closest shave yet. Braun, the world's most recognized shave.
For more than 100 years, the Salvation Army has stood at the ready with short-term assistance, which should be a comforting thought for your family, knowing there's one organization you can always fall back on.
This game summary is brought to you by Budweiser. Total yards in the first half. You can see Cardinals with 185 and 75 of that on the last drive. San Diego with 301. Humphreys having a big game, 20 for 30, 239 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Jimmy will go back to the fumble. Cardinals the worst in the National Football League inside the 20-yard line at scoring touchdowns. Now you see why Buddy's having such a hard time. You often wondered here in a situation like this, this might be a good time, at least that last time was, to come out and play action, but because of the threat of the blitz and the fact that Humphreys would have his back to the line of scrimmage and be unable to see the blitz, this forces the Chargers to pretty much keep it simple. Now 3rd down and 4.
Or a 3-step drop and throw it deep.
All right. There's your blitz. Boy, they're having a heck of a time with this, aren't they? Backs out of the backfield. 9-yard pickup by Hayden. Blitz comes to Hayden's side. Watch how Hayden releases as the backer comes right by him. The backer comes, Hayden goes out. Humphreys sees it, throws off his back foot. 1st down. Humphreys told us yesterday that he might have to throw more passes off of the wrong foot because of the blitzing of the linebackers and safeties of the Cardinals. That was a good example of it right there.
And Terry, they were trying to cover Hayden with the middle linebacker, Eric Hill. He can't run with him. Wide open.
Oh, no!
Aeneas Williams.
What a great design here, Jimmy. You're going to see the blitz. Humphreys thinks he has the tight end wide open. Notice this. Out, drag. There's Young. But one of the things he didn't do, he didn't look to the outside. Aeneas Williams just squat down right there and read Humphreys.
And he had Dwayne Young deep. If he goes to Dwayne Young 10 yards further down the field, he is wide open. Instead, he went to the underneath route. Aeneas gets the pick.
There's the float. See, I know exactly what Humphreys saw. He said, man, I got this guy wide open. I'll make an easy throw. Laid it up. Aeneas Williams picks it off.
Junior Seau going to blitz. And now for McDonald's game break, we have our good friend back in Hollywood, James Brown.
Hey, Jimmy, in the Vikings' victory today, Chris Carter joined Sterling Sharp as the only players in NFL history to record back-to-back 100-catch seasons. That, of course, in the Minnesota victory. And as we take it back to Jack Murphy, hey, Jimmy, tell the folks I eat 4 small meals back in the studio.
And they're low-fat.
Hey, he's the only guy I know that has his own bowl with his name on it.
Oh, those guys are bad.
He brings that food. I've never seen anybody eat so much in my life. He said, well, Terry, it's a low-fat. Yeah, right.
Split backs, you're going to throw the football. Blitz. Throwing to Larry Sanders out of the backfield. These guys cannot hold on to the football.
Isn't it interesting if people ask, why do they throw to the backs out of the backfield? And what is happening, you have an option. If the linebacker to the side of the back going in that area, if he blitzes, the back can either block him or turn him loose and let the quarterback throw the ball to you. That's what happened. Center says, come on by, and then you see Craig says, okay, I see the blitz, you get out in the flat, and I'll throw it to you. So that's pretty much just about that simple, isn't it?
Yeah, and the blitzing by both teams allowing receivers to come open in the flat. Blitz by Seau, going one-on-one. Great ball, catch that football. Frank Sanders had it, dropped the football. Exactly what Craig wanted. He wanted one-on-one coverage for the man-to-man. Frank Sanders had him for the touchdown, had it in his hands, but then he dropped the football. Would have been a tough catch, but it's a nice throw by Dave Craig. Lays it out to Sanders right on the sideline. Sanders gets it in his hand. You got to catch that football for the touchdown.
A 36-yard field goal attempt by Greg Davis.
And we have 17-28 Arizona Cardinals chasing San Diego Chargers.
Wendy's presents Hot Player of the Week.
Nero right, yo, 14 crunch on one. Ready, good.
Last Sunday, Saints running back Mario Bates blazed a path through the Patriots defense.
Go, 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 go.
Bates scorched New England for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 66-yarder that put the game away.
Makes the man miss. He's going to go all
The
the
Saints
way.
kept their playoff hopes alive thanks to Mario Bates, a Hot Player of the Week.
Sir, they're in the shape of a little portal. And when you walk, they bark.
Shopping for the holidays?
We have 2 gigabytes, 16 megs of RAM.
We have a suggestion to help you through it.
It's a virtual reality mask. Look out, we're being invaded by spacemen.
Come to Wendy's for a delicious Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich. It's a whole breast filet, Monterey Jack, and a dollop of creamy ranch dressing blended with bacon.
That way everyone gets something they love for the holidays.
Come to Wendy's for a Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich today.
Today, President Dion picks the primetime NFL Dream Team.
At corner, me, Dion.
It's up for grabs, and Dion picks it up.
At quarterback,
Dion going deep to Irvin.
at wideout, Dion.
He's got Dion wide open, and he drops it.
Dion has decided to allow someone else to play wideout. Football according to Dion. Primetime NFL. Sports.
Reuse stuff today. Reduce garbage tomorrow.
All right, welcome back. Tomorrow, don't miss America's #1 pregame. Don't miss America's #1 pregame show. Join Jimmy Johnson, Howie Long, James Brown, and me as we take a look at what's wrong with the Cowboys. We'll also bring you Howie's Tough Guys and a conversation with Jim Mora, fine coach of the Saints. Coverage begins at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, right here on Fox, 9 a.m. Pacific. Man, someone had a lit a fire under Coleman at halftime. Lit a fire under you, too, on that.
I'm going to tell JB tomorrow, you know, when you throw the commercials and stuff, sometimes you get yourself in a hole and it's hard to dig out.
I tell you, there are a lot of coaches around the National Football League that enjoyed watching you choke on those words.
I said they were following and they were chasing.
Oh, God, I'm hurting. Well, anyway, back to the action. Oh, Jimmy.
Let's go.
Shit.
San Diego's going to mix it up now and really emphasize the running game with Hayden. You know, they got to let that clock run. 4:23 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, well, you look at, there's Natron Means on the sideline, has a groin. And actually, it was right up to game time as to whether or not we would see Natron Means. And Bobby Ross, quite frankly, just said yesterday, you know, the look, he just didn't think it was right. He didn't think he would have him today. Hayden right now with 62 yards on 18 carries. Got a flag down, Jim.
I think they caught the big boy, Dwayne Young, there.
Flag went 20 yards in the air. I don't know who threw that thing. That's a heck of a throw.
Strong-armed Jerry Bergman, probably.
Yeah. Comes our milkman, Walt Coleman. Talk to us, guy.
Holding, offense, number 87. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Dwayne's about 285 pounds. He shouldn't have to hold.
Well, here he is, Jimmy, right here. Let's watch him come down. Watch him. Let's see if he does a little holding. Coming down, hook.
Blocking
right
on
hand.
Clyde Simmons. Comes
Hook,
off.
comes back.
Really?
Well.
Ooh, that's picky.
Hey, looked pretty good from what I saw. Another flag.
Terrell Fletcher, penalty flag on the play.
One of the guys will.
offense number 81. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. Repeat, second down.
Two of the best football players on the field. Tony Martin against Aeneas Williams. Doing a little rooster fighting here. He grabs a little jersey. Uh-oh, Aeneas says, uh-oh, I'm going to go in there and make the tackle. Martin says, no, you're not. That is a hold. You saw the jersey. Anytime that official sees that jersey being pulled down, he's going to pull out the yellow flag.
A little jersey, is that what you said?
A little jersey. Yeah, they're little guys. A little receiver and a little defensive back.
Remember the touchdown pass we saw the first time Humphreys threw? This is the same thing, except this time to Mark Say. It's out in the middle of the field, Jimmy. All Say does is he'll come down, he looks. If there's no one with him, or if there's pressure, then he'll turn and go back to the inside. Goes out, cuts back underneath the coverage. No one there. Nice job. Good read. 7 catches, 114 yards so far for Say.
Is actually the same route that they had run for their first touchdown, although it was to the other side. Across the middle. Jefferson not enough for the first down, though.
Pass complete to Sean Jefferson. Follows Brooks for the tackle.
You're going to see your Australian punter here.
Here's my man.
Terry. He is a big fella, leading the NFL in punting.
Actually got his tryout. Beathard gave him a tryout. He was in Seattle on his honeymoon, and Buddy called Bobby Beathard and said, will you give him a try? And he came down here, and he tried out in the first snap. They snapped to him. Was a little faster than he had seen on television. Hit him right square in the face. But this guy can just nail it.
Going to be a penalty against one of the Flyers there. Going to bring that one back.
Yeah, Jimmy, we go back to Darren Bennett. You know, he said that he thought his rugby or Australian football was over with his career at age 29 or 28, and so he thought he would give it a try. And he said he'd learned how to kick it, and he had actually kicked in Toronto, and he kept the football, took it back to Australia. Is it Perth? Perth, Australia? Is there a place named Perth? Yeah. And he goes down there and he's kicking this football and decides, you know.
Illegal block in the back on the return team, number 27. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So anyway, he decides that he can do this. And when they tried him out, he would kick it 60 yards, but it was end over end.
Well, Bobby Ross said he's had some hang times of 5.8 seconds. Unbelievable. And when we asked him about him, we said, hey, how about your kicker? He said, oh, DeMate. He said, everybody calls him DeMate.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate. Catch that football.
Oh, they're saying Moore didn't have control, but I'm going to tell you something. I've seen a lot of good passes, but this is unbelievable. If you can see David Craig turn, that ball, when that ball's in the air, Moore hasn't even turned around. Look at that. Right in behind the safety, the corner that time, right in behind him. A good throw, and you got to make that catch.
Well, I think he made it with his knees. He juggles the football. He goes right there. The ball goes between his knees, and he catches that football. I think it actually was a great athletic move, but they didn't give him the catch, so it's no catch.
Oh, good job.
Third down 10. Craig's in a bad situation now.
Yeah.
Got to get the ball to the big play people again.
Glenn Young just flying up from the outside. Jimmy, the weak side linebacker, just got right in the face. Hurst now with 11 rushes for only 19 yards. In the first half and going into this third quarter, we really have not seen the Cardinals show any signs of being able to run this football.
If the Cardinals are going to get back in this ball game, and they're not that far behind, 11 points, they need a first down here, because if San Diego is able to hold them, they'll get great field position. They'll be able to add points to the board. Big, big play in the ball game. Going to be another penalty on the play.
Penalty flag on the
Illegal lineman downfield again, Terry.
Well, that's 2 times we've seen the screen set up, Jimmy, and 2 times now we've seen a penalty.
Ineligible downfield on the offense. Penalties decline. 4th down.
Jeff Fiegel's second in the NFC in punting. Does a great job of directional punting. He's going to try to punt it toward one of the sidelines away from Andre Coleman. Punting to the left sideline, over toward us. Tomorrow, Terry Bradshaw hosts a 1-hour special on Fox. Find out which one of your favorite athletes will become part of sports history. Don't miss the Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year award. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock Central on Fox.
Hey,
you're going to do it, huh?
I've done it.
Oh, okay, it's tape. It's not.
I know who won.
You going to tell me?
Well, yeah. You want to know?
After the broadcast.
Hey, you're going to watch? Be honest with me.
Hey, people are going to think we're friends now, you know?
We are friends. We're tight. You just don't want them to know just how close we are. Because when you go back to coaching, I am your quarterback coach.
Let it die.
I would, but you won't let it.
Hey, they're doing a little coaching on the sideline there. Dave Adolph, defensive coordinator for the San Diego Chargers, talking to Sean Lee, talking about some stunts they're going to run next time they're on defense. But he's going to blow his nose. He's going to have to get some of those receivers to blow down the field. He's got to get some points because he's 11 points behind.
Well, you are just too bad. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. San Diego 28, Arizona 17. We'll be back.
Eric Roberts in a world premiere movie, Saved by the Light, Tuesday.
How can any one car dealer consistently offer you deals like this? Not 2.9, not 1.9, 0% financing. Right now on any new 1995 or 1996 Nissan Sentra or Nissan Altima. Don't wait, it's on right now at Jack Weber Nissan. Jack Weber, the volume dealer on the Central Coast. 101 Freeway, Johnson Drive exit. How do you do it, Jack?
What is wireless? And what does AT&T have to do with it? For the Puyallup Fire Department, it's receiving a fax of the floor plan as they arrive at the fire. And for Kate Berry,
hello,
it's having her callers automatically find her in 3 cities, in 3 days, using just her local cellular number. Until she turns it off. Introducing AT&T Wireless Services, technology that sets you free. Call 1-800-IMAGINE.
Okay, so you're out in the middle of nowhere, trapped inside a giant maze. A 10-ton ball is chasing you. It's trying to crush you. Hey, it could happen. The powerful Constable T100 Extra Cab. It's the Toyota of big trucks.
Happy holidays from KCOY Channel 12.
Terry, this keeps playoff hopes for the San Diego Chargers alive. They've got to win these next 3 ball games. Got to get some teams to lose a few games for them to get back in the picture, but they've got a legitimate shot.
Yeah, they'd like to see Miami lose a game and the Colts lose another game. 2 games on the road. Actually, they play the Colts in Indianapolis and the Giants in New York. Well, now let's go back to our Hollywood studios and James Brown for A McDonald's game break. JB.
On Fox tomorrow, Terry, Emmitt Smith looking to lead the Cowboys to the NFC East title as they travel to Philadelphia to take on Ricky Waters and the Eagles, who also have designs on the title. There is our lineup tomorrow. You see the early games and the late one there. And the pregame show, of course, kicks it off at noon. Terry, don't try to convince Jimmy to leave the broadcast booth. We want him here.
Well, you know, I know that Jerry's in there now, and he's probably got all settled in. I know Howie's hoping Jerry will leave, and Jimmy's wanting to leave. I mean, it's really a mess. I'm just trying to hold this thing together, JB.
He did ask Scott Ackerson, our producer, to construct his own chair. Back to you, Terry.
There's a holding penalty on San Diego, and those penalties are starting to build up a little bit. I know that's got Bobby Ross a little concerned. Outlet pass to Ronnie Harmon. Puts it right back down there where they're going to have 2nd down and 7, 3rd down and 7.
You know, what I like about this passing offense of the Chargers, Jimmy, is that when Stan Humphries has time to throw the football and looks one way, for some reason or another, when he turns around and needs an escape receiver, there always seems to be a running back. In that case, well, actually twice, it's been Ronnie Harmon who's been there to bail him out.
Arizona defense got to come up with a big play here. Got to force them to punt because they need the ball back. They need to get a couple of scores.
Oh, no.
There we go.
That's a bad choice there. Stan knows it, too. That's his 4th interception on the day. And that's one you just have to say, why in the world did you throw that ball? Aeneas Williams actually was the one who was wide open.
I think that was a mindset as much as anything else.
You make your mind up.
Yeah, he was going to go deep.
Now notice, top right of your screen, Aeneas chucks Martin down on the inside, comes back out and picks
Ronnie Harmon.
Yeah, Harmon up out of the backfield. Harmon is 5 yards underneath Aeneas Williams, and that's just a poor throw and a poor decision by Stan Humphries.
4 interceptions today, and you can't win a lot of big ball games that way, but unfortunately for the Arizona Cardinals, they haven't been able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, you look at the giveaway turnover ratio in the first few games that the Chargers struggled in. That's what they did, Jimmy. They gave the ball away. The last 4 games, they had not given it away, but today, you're right, 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions.
See, the only thing I don't like about this, Terry, and we talked about it earlier, you know, they've got to get back in the ball game. Get back in the ball game with your big play guys. And nothing against Oscar McBride. You know, he's a young tight end that's going to probably be a good player. But you put the ball in the hands of the Rob Moores, and you put it in the hands of the Frank Sanders or the Garrison Hurst or the, Larry Centers, because they're going to give you some yardage down the field. Let your big play guys, let them get you back in the ball game.
Good throw, great catch. Good extension by Moore that time. One-on-one to the outside, Jimmy, and if you can get a cornerback to drop off deep to the inside, you can come down, lean on him, and go back out, and that's exactly what Moore does. Down, push, turn his shoulders, and then come back, drag your legs, both feet in bounds. Excellent throw. Reuben Davis, number 93, fine defensive tackle for the Chargers, is down on. (28-17) Chargers over the Cardinals, folks, and we'll be right back.
Life rarely imitates orange cones. Orange cones, however, can be made to imitate life. At Lexus, we've created a suspension system so advanced, it's smooth when you want it to be, unresponsive when you need it to be. The 1996 LS400. Impossible, the laws of Lexus state otherwise.
Looks like we're set, okay? You've got your Happy Meal. Dad's got his Big Mac, okay? Let's eat lunch. Look at Daddy. Watch Daddy. Okay, we gotta... Sorry. Gotta keep the French fries on the table.
Bye-bye, Dad.
It's interesting.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Jeff, no, it's time to sit up and eat your lunch like a big boy.
Looks like you got your hands full with that, little tiger.
Yeah, you could say that.
I remember going through the same thing with my two little guys. Before you know it, they're not so little anymore. They sure do grow up fast.
Come on, Dad. We got a booth.
Not too fast. Okay, pal. Not too fast. Yeah.
This Fox NFL special is brought to you by Lexus Luxury Automobiles, the result of a relentless pursuit of perfection. By Dockers Flat Front Khakis, proud makers of nice pants. By Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers. And by Nike, who encourages you to participate in the lives of America's youth.
The Old Point Loma Lighthouse there, Terry. I'm sure a bunch of old Mariners appreciated that place when it was a foggy night. Holding on Leslie O'Neal. Great play by Leslie O'Neal. They're going to call the holding on Larry Tharp, but this is a great speed rush by Leslie O'Neal. Outstanding quickness. You know, I recruited Leslie out of high school there in Little Rock when I was coaching at Oklahoma State. He played tight end. He wanted to play some tight end for me at Oklahoma State. And I said, Leslie, I don't know. How about defensive line? He said, no, sir. He said, I'm going to catch passes. You know, well.
Or he meant passers, Coach.
Watch Leslie O'Neal here. Watch the speed rush on Larry Tharp. Right there. Butts him, rips that arm underneath.
Illegal hands to the face. Number
It's Dave
67.
Craig.
Penalties declined. Second down.
Took me about 6 months to convince Leslie he needed to play defense. We put him at defensive linebacker. I thought I'd go slowly with it at first. You know, I didn't want him to just jump right down there with his hands on the ground.
You know, I bet you anything. I bet he wanted to play tight end, and I bet you anything you told him that, well, if you'll come to Oklahoma State, I'll let you play tight end.
I'll let you play anywhere you want to play.
Yeah.
So he went from tight end to linebacker, and then finally we put his hand on the ground. Now he's a great defensive lineman.
He put his hand on the ground about the third day he was there. I know how you are. There he comes again, holding.
Leslie O'Neal again.
They let him get away with it that time, Jimmy. Watch what happens when Leslie O'Neal comes around Thorpe this time.
Having a great year, had 8.5 sacks before today's game, and really playing an outstanding ball game. Watch the speed rush
Watch
again.
Thorpe now with his left hand. Come out reaching, grab him. Got away with it, no problem. 10.5 sacks on the year for Leslie O'Neal. You know, I kind of enjoyed last night all the players coming in to sit down with us, and I never seen so many resumes brought with them and sat down in front of you. I couldn't even see your face after they got through stacking them up.
Cardinals 2 for 8 on third down.
You like that, didn't you?
Oh, listen to you. Going to be short of the first down. Going to be very close, but I think it's going to be about a 4th down and a foot. Nice job by Dave Craig of improvising there and throwing it across the middle, trying to pick up the first.
Anthony Edwards on the receiving end. You know, Jimmy, you were talking about getting the ball into the big play makers' hands, but really and truthfully, I've been watching these routes, and they are down there, but they are covered. And they're forcing Craig to take the short, underneath crossing routes, swing hooks, wide flares.
Well, you know, they're not allowing him to hold the football long enough for those wide receivers to get open. Critical measurement here. This is one time you might think about going for it on 4th if he is short.
Man,
and he is short.
You're looking at 4 inches.
Buddy, you got to be able to pick up a couple inches if you're going to win this football game. 11:40 to go in the 4th quarter. He's down by 11. You got to be a good enough football team to go ahead and run the football. Go after it, buddy. Bobby's got to put his best defensive people in there to watch the short yardage punch, or Buddy might take a chance on getting a big play.
Oh, I was just thinking that, and I'm just wondering, 4th and 4 inches, you wouldn't do that, would you?
Give it to your best player. Give it to your best player on your best play. Who's going to win this game for you? This crowd is loud right now, Terry.
David had
him on a hard count.
Had him, but his own people couldn't keep their poise.
Let's go 74 and 71 moving.
False start.
False start. That's against the Cardinals. You heard it.
False start prior to the snap. Number 74. 5-yard penalty. Still fourth down.
Terry, we've talked about the biggest problems with this Arizona team is the offensive line. Having guys that weren't even in football, 3 of them, you know, going into this offensive line and just not having the discipline to set in there to run the football.
But Jimmy, that looked like the hard count drew the Chargers off, and then that in turn led to the Cardinals being drawn off, and there has been a rule put in the case that says you can't do that. You can't entice the other guys to come off. But
if it had been an isolated case, they might have done it, but about 3 or 4 guys for Arizona jumped. Fiegel's kicking it up high away from Andre Coleman, calling for the fair cage. Hey, like that cage.
Case. I like it. Why don't you just take us out of here, but do it smooth here.
17-28. San Diego is ahead. We'll be right back.
I wasn't looking for love. With just a glance, it happened. Love came looking for me. Get out of my way!
Dockers flat front khakis.
This is a guy thing, right?
The all-new Tracer FX with its unique skin guard
Is this a sensitive part?
is designed to give a man a smooth shave with less irritation. Chic Tracer FX.
The sensitive type? I like that.
Oh, well, I'm the kind of light for your holiday list. I'll help you in so many ways. I'd make the perfect gift, 'cause I'm the snake light from Black & Decker. I get around, around, around. I'm the snake light.
The most affordable Lexus now comes with a moonroof. 6-disc CD auto changer. Leather-trimmed seats. And chrome wheels worthy of a Lexus. And with a savings of up to $2,000, you'll laugh all the way to the bank. The ES 300 Luxury Value Package, available while they last at your Lexus dealer.
Billy wants to work on airplanes someday, maybe one that you fly in. Now, would you like to call for this free booklet of simple ways to improve his education?
We're back at Jack Murphy Stadium. San Diego is ahead 28-17. They've got the ball on their own 24-yard line. It's got to be a disappointing game for Eric Swan. We haven't heard his name very much. Hasn't made a lot of tackles, hasn't had a lot of pressures. Courtney Hall said he thought he could handle him. Courtney Hall's doing a nice job on him.
I'll tell you, and Stan's coming off 4 interceptions. Let me tell you what happens. When you're a quarterback and you're in a run for a playoff and you're making big mistakes like turning the ball over with 4 interceptions, it is easier on you, Jimmy, if you can drop back and throw the ball deeper, simply because you can see better, you can take your time. When you're forced to throw quick rhythmic passes, sometimes your eyes don't see the right thing and you turn the ball over, you make another mistake.
I think we see one of the problems that both of these teams have had all year.
False start prior to the snap, number 67. 5-yard penalty, repeat second down.
Stan Brock, the guy that was making fun of my green britches.
And it's a second penalty, I think. But both teams have had penalties all year long. They have had turnovers all year long, and that's one reason why they don't have as good a record as what they were expecting when they started the year. One of the things when you're coming into this game, Stan Humphries had the audibles at the line of scrimmage.
If he had passes called and he read, and they had 8 or 9 people up, he'd stay with them. If he had a back going out, he had the option, Jimmy, to get out of a running play and go to a passing play. That time he decided he'd just stay with the running play. Showing blitz. Man, that's just great coverage.
Oh, with Seth Joyner especially. Joyner was right there ready for the interception had he thrown the ball on the field to play. That's a little pushing and shoving down there. Eric Swan, he said last night he's got a bad temper. In fact, he got penalized against Seattle. They started chopping at his legs, and he kicked, he kicked I guess it was Matt Joyce. Cost him $4,000. It really wasn't a penalty on the play, but the league looked at it and said, hey, you're fined $4,000.
There he is. Let's see what happens. Coming inside, 2 people on Courtney Hall. Nothing there. There's the cut right there, Jimmy, just what you were talking about. Courtney Hall. I mean, Swan coming back on Courtney Hall. That's a good block.
Well, Hall said last night, he said, we're going to have to go at his legs a little bit. That was a legal block, but Eric Swan lost his temper. And
personal
went after Courtney.
Unnecessary roughness on the defense, number 98. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Now, this is something we expected in the very first quarter. We expected the Chargers to come out and cut Eric Swan. Eric Swan told us last night he expects to be cut by Courtney Hall right off the bat. We said, what are you going to do if he does that? He didn't say he was going to fight. He said he's going to start leapfrogging.
Yeah, well, he's going to leapfrog if he saw it in time, but he didn't see that one in time, and he did get to the leg. Now, you've got to say this about Eric Swan, too. He's had 2 knee injuries that have kept him out of, play in the ball games, and so he's concerned about those knees.
Great play. Go back to and look at Swan that time. Now you saw a football player highly ticked off. Jimmy, look at him. He slides back down closer over Courtney Hall. Can't see him here. Hayden in the backfield comes down inside, gets inside of Hall. One hand reaches out and gets Hayden. Maybe Courtney Hall really had it planned right. Don't cut him early. Don't make him mad. Make him mad in the 4th quarter when you have an 11-point lead. That's how
when you need the 15-yard penalty.
Exactly.
The guy can play, but he does have a temper.
Irving coming in from the outside. Terry Irving. Jimmy, you saw him do the little hands game, sending the linebacker. Irving blitzing from the outside.
I talked to Seth Joyner about this before the game. A lot of their blitzes are determined by the formations of San Diego. Here Irving comes in, going to hit, Terrell Fletcher back in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss. But all of their blitzes are dictated by how San Diego lines up. A lot of times they'll have a blitz called. Certain formations, they'll call it off and play zone.
I'll tell you, this is good defense. What's happened is Chargers have come out with man routes. But what has happened, Buddy swapped it up and played zones, and then he had no help. There was no one deep that time. Everyone was running little short routes. Humphrey's back, plenty of time, finally just had to fire it out of bounds.
I tell you, Seth Joyner has really played an outstanding game. When you consider he is playing defensive back, he had great coverage the last couple of times, and he's really doing a fine job there.
Look at
that kick.
61 yards. Amazing. Nice job, mate. All right, 7:50 remaining in the 4th quarter, 28-17. Chargers over the Cardinals.
Hey guys, I'm from Radio Shack. Got a question.
He did it.
No, wait. Your folks want to know what you want for the holidays. A new spring wardrobe or a radio-controlled car from Radio Shack.
Whoa!
Guys. Guys! Hey, guys! What about the clothes?
They weren't great.
What kids want at Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
They're in the shapes of little portals. And when
when you walk, they bark.
Shopping for the holidays? Come to Wendy's for a Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich. It's a whole breast filet, Monterey Jack, and ranch dressing with bacon. At least you'll get one thing you like this holiday.
Yeah, I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice because I didn't really think it could work better than my old deodorant. But it does. If you don't think it's the best, call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a stick of yours. Now you got proof. Guaranteed.
The silver bullet. It's shipped cold to preserve the clean taste of the Rockies.
Today, over 50% of our military isn't just in the military. Support your employees in the National Guard and Reserve.
We've talked about Seth Joyner. Here he had a big play in the first quarter on 4th and 1. Seth Joyner's going to get up on the line of scrimmage, fake the blitz, and then he's going to get into coverage. He also knocked the ball loose from Tony Martin for a big fumble recovery. Here he's in coverage. Great coverage. Stan Humphries has to throw the ball out of the field of play. Seth Joyner really having an outstanding game, playing an unusual position.
Hey, there you are, Coach.
There you are.
Yeah, you're look how, even with the earphones on, look, your hair's perfect.
Well, it's got to be perfect. I got enough stuff on it. It's going to stay perfect.
Well, it's nice to be out doing a game. We've been in the studio for a while. It's awful nice for us to get out and see some action and, hey, you know, get you back down out here where you.
This is fun.
Yeah. Crossing out.
Leslie O'Neal tips the ball. Had Garrison Hurst open for a couple of yards there, but Leslie O'Neal gets his hands up, tips the ball out.
David Craig's had a good game. Yeah, had a good second half, Jimmy. A little over 120 yards passing, but the area that's wide open is down the middle, the deep end route, and they're not trying to get to it. The Chargers are lining their corners up, pressing the wide receivers. And I don't think they have any respect for McBride, their tight end, because if they could get a speed burner tight end down the middle, it's wide open. The other thing they could do, they could use their halfback. They could get their back out of the backfield and get him down the middle. There is a huge hole there.
Well, similar to the play that they had for the touchdown when they had two deep coverage. Larry Sanders came out of the middle and then got the touchdown. And so you've got to attack the middle of the field against two deep coverage.
Timeout, Cardinals. Go ahead.
We'll be right back.
Go ahead.
You got it.
No, you got it.
You got it.
No, you take it.
Working to be the best. Teammates. Sponsored by the U.S. Army.
To the house, to the house.
The Eagles' pair of backs, Ricky Waters and Charlie Garner, definitely have taken it to the house. They've propelled Philadelphia squarely into the NFC playoff picture.
Garner off left tackle. He's at the 50, at the 10, at the 5. Third touchdown of the day by Charlie Garner.
Garner and Waters make the Eagles the best they can be.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I.
From this day forward, you will be the most important part of the toughest, strongest, smartest army in the world. You will be a soldier. Where else can you be all this and earn this? $30,000 for college.
Be all that you can be.
This is the future of corporate computing. No, wait. This is. Oops, sorry, scratch that. The future is definitely this. On second thought, it'll be this, we think. There are many visions of the future. Most will turn out not to be right. But we engineer our network systems in anticipation of uncertainty. So no matter which way it all goes, you can't go wrong. Digital, whatever it takes.
With only 7:21 left in this ball game, Arizona's going to have to score twice. So this is a big 3rd down and 6. They've got to convert here and take it on down the field and get some points. They don't convert here, they're really in bad trouble. It's going to be difficult for them to go for it on 4th down. They're going to have to go ahead and punt the ball. Critical down. Not looking pretty for the Arizona Cardinals here, Terry.
No, not at all, Jimmy. Trying to get the slant in or the quick post from the slot, coming downside, coming back inside. Just too tight a coverage by Sean Gale on Anthony Edwards. See him inside? And then you see the safety come over on top of him. There's Gale that came over. Just no way. That was just too good a coverage.
Nice kick by Jeff Feagles to the sideline, but there's going to be a holding penalty on Arizona. San Diego had it coming inside. Number 87 grabbed a hold of him. They call the penalty. Going to be holding on Arizona. Tomorrow on Fox NFL Sunday, it's a key NFC East matchup. The Dallas Cowboys take on the Philadelphia Eagles, plus other exciting regional action. Coverage begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check local listings for the game and time in your area right here on Fox Sports.
Amazing. What do you see in that Cowboy-Eagle game, Coach? What do you see there? What do you think?
I tell you what, I think the Cowboys have put themselves where they at least say they are challenged. They say their backs to the wall. In reality, their backs are not to the wall. You know, they're going to win their division. They're going to have a first-round bye. But at least they are challenging themselves. I think they're going to play well tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing that appears about the Cowboys. If in fact that their defense isn't just too thin now to really stop it. These Eagles, hey, you better hang on, because Garner and Waters and the way Rodney Peter playing, this could be an upset. Good kick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Andre Coleman, we know why he's back there now. 25-yard return by Andre Coleman. Feagles hits a nice kick. Edwards has got to make that play. He's got to make the tackle. Coleman goes back across the field. We pick up a couple of nice blocks. Garth Jacks misses the tackle. Coleman picks up 25 yards and puts San Diego in an outstanding field position. Jeff Feagles not happy. I know he's wanting to try to make a Pro Bowl, and that doesn't help his net average. He's second in the NFC going into this game.
That's pretty good. You did all that off the top of your head, too. That's real good. Whoa. Oh, hello. Garth Jacks coming up the middle. You want to know what it sounds like to get hit? Listen to this, folks. Okay. When people ask me, do you miss playing? You gotta be kidding.
San Diego trying to run as much time off that clock as they can. They've got it in great field position.
Well, you know, I wouldn't just sit here thinking, Jimmy, that you see now with 3rd down and long they're coming in, but I wouldn't think the Chargers can just afford the luxury of coming in, going 3 downs and out and giving this ball up, because I'm telling you, David Craig, as you know, can get hot, as we saw Humphreys do at the end of the first half and take the team down the field and score quickly. The Cardinals can do the same thing. Division title, clinched division title. Kansas City, Pittsburgh, AFC Central. Kansas City in the West, AFC West, and then Buffalo's leading the East. Oakland, wild card contender, 7-6. Denver, Indianapolis, and Miami. Then San Diego and Seattle, both standing at 6 and 7. Big game today, of course, for the Chargers. Carney makes this field goal, Jimmy. He'll have the all-time Cardinal record. Look at that, 147 field goals, and you said you didn't like kickers.
Oh, no, I like him. I like great kickers. I just don't like average kickers.
Oh, I never heard you say. You never put a great or an average on any kicker.
Oh, no, some of them are great. I like great kickers.
You cut more kickers.
But I like great kickers. I tell you, Eddie Murray, I really loved Eddie Murray. He did a great job for us in our Super Bowl run. I like, Morton Anderson, please.
Now, why didn't you keep Eddie Murray then?
Well, I did, but then I left.
Oh, you did. I forgot.
I left, and then he went to Philadelphia for more money.
See, that's what happens. See what happens, the effect you have on people? When you leave, they follow. That's why all of those guys are bringing those little pieces of paper in yesterday. Say, look, here's what I've done so far.
No, the effect I have on people is we won games, and it allowed them to get some more money somewhere else.
Oh, I see. I've got confused there. Amazing.
See that their dollar value always goes up when you have a big ring on your hand. John Carney here, 53-yard field goal, 52 officially. For a record, a Charger record.
Oh, no, you had it.
No.
Gail Gilbert had it. This is a play we saw the Chargers work on yesterday.
Yes.
Come out, you option the wing, the guy to the outside, but Gilbert got too cute with it. Thought he would go ahead and lateral to Carney, but he didn't have to do it. Watch this, folks. Out to the right. There's the option. Aeneas Williams. Aeneas just stays in the middle. Just keep it. Actually, Gilbert would have been better off to fake the toss, keep it up to the inside for the first down.
Actually, he'd have been better off to let John Carney set the record. Let this be a 14-point game.
Oh, man, Bobby Ross has got to be going ballistic right now. There it is. And a good job by Aeneas Williams as he sits there. Oh. Well, that's one way to slow him down. Sean Lee coming in. Getting the sack on David Craig.
This offensive line really going to have a tough time keeping San Diego out because they know they're going to have to rush every down.
Straight up the middle, Jimmy.
Sean Lee getting around, their Rod Selby. Big sack.
Fourth sack on the day of Craig.
Leslie O'Neal. They're back in their ears now, Terry.
Yeah, well, they know the Cardinals have to throw, Jimmy, and this is what you do. O'Neal coming from the outside, top screen, just comes around, gets around inside.
He's going to run a little game here.
Down,
starts outside, comes underneath, right up the middle, right in Craig's face. Craig didn't have a chance to unload the football because they had zone coverage. They didn't have any place to drop it off. 4 sacks by San Diego, 3rd and 27. Only thing you can hope for now is to get a penalty against them. That draw play is not going to work. Yep, here comes a penalty, but it's going to be on, let's see here. Field judge threw the flag. That's the only chance to make a first down. Face mask. Only question is it 5 yards or 15? 5, you're going to have to punt the ball. 15, it's going to be a first down.
5-yard face mask on the defense, number 38. Repeat, 3rd down.
3rd down.
Well, you have an offense or special teams that make a mistake, and then you put your defense on the field to come up with big plays, and that's exactly what's happened. David Craig now 46 sacks on the year. That leads the National Football League.
This crowd getting into it now, Terry. They know it is a critical third down. About the only way Arizona's going to get back in this game is convert.
Zone. Oh, good catch.
Nice catch, first down.
Good
yard
catch
line,
by
clock's
Edwards.
running. 4:22 to go in the ball game.
20-yard pickup. It's going to be zone. You can look for man if you want to, but it's going to be zone, Jimmy, and that's the area that's open. Actually, that was a great catch by Edwards. The ball slipped out of Craig's hands. Dropping deep again. Oh!
Sean Lee again. Big sack, Sean Lee. I tell you, Leslie O'Neal is giving them fits. He forced Craig to step up into the pocket. Sean Lee came in for the sack. Leslie O'Neal gets the big rush. Initially, here Leslie O'Neal's going to come up inside, force Craig to step up. Sean Lee's going to be right up the middle, gets the sack on Craig. That clock is running, and they've got to convert. 5 sacks in this ball game, 3 in this drive.
That's just smart football by Craig and centers that time. Jimmy just coming out. Linebackers dropped deep. Couldn't get it downfield to his receivers, so he gave it to centers. Centers got outside, made the catch, and then got about 5 or 6 more yards with great effort. 3rd and 4.
Larry Centers, they had a problem on their Pro Bowl balloting. Originally, they put him as a running back. He is actually a fullback. For the fans voting, they didn't have him at fullback. Now, for the coaches and for the players, they've got him listed as fullback in the Pro Bowl voting. That'll be next week. Frank Sanders says, throw it up to him. I'll get it. He did get it down to the 12-yard line.
Big job by Sanders. 25-yard pickup on this play, Jimmy, and you're exactly right. He said, all I want him to do is throw the football up. Willie Clark is on him. Notice Clark goes to the outside. Sanders comes back to the inside. Craig lays it up to the inside and allows Sanders to use his height of 6'3". Out jumps Willie Clark for the reception. Two minutes remaining in the game. Chargers 28, Cardinals 17. Folks, we'll be back.
The revolution will be led by Jason Kidd, Jimmy Jackson, Eddie Jones, Joe Smith, and Kevin Garnett. But it will not be followed by post-game, up-close, and personal interviews because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised, and the revolution will not fail. For as it fulfills the unfulfilled promise of Hank Gathers and Ben Wilson, the revolution is about basketball, and basketball is the truth.
Silver bells, silver bells, silver bells, silver bells.
Look what's popping up at Burger King. Toy Story puppets from Disney's latest adventure movie, now in theaters. Get all 4 high-quality puppets for your kids. $1.99 each with any great-tasting value meal.
Hear them sing. Soon it will be Christmas Day.
With my itchy dandruff, I said I'd try it. Denorex tingles. Head & Shoulders doesn't.
Both have effective dandruff medicine, but Denorex has something extra that tingles, feels fresh.
That's why I started using Denorex. The flakes, the itch, gone.
Denorex, the serious dandruff shampoo.
Rebel, take your creativity to a whole new level.
Express yourself.
With EOS lenses and the Rebel X from Canon.
Tonight at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central, catch a full hour of real-life police drama. when Cops hits the streets of Buffalo. Then at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central, hear the amazing true story of a multi-million-dollar Las Vegas ripoff on a special 1-hour America's Most Wanted tonight after Cops on Fox.
Dave Craig, 5 for 8 for 70 yards on this drive. Last week against the Giants in this situation, they tried to flood the strong side zone, and then they came back. It was covered, so they came back to throw to Oscar McBride across the middle. It was incomplete. They ended up losing the ball game.
Yeah, Jimmy, this, I would think they would play zone here and try to take the wide out. You've got to look for the back out of the backfield to get you your touchdown.
Try to throw the slant.
See, that's no good. That safety only drops back to the goal line, so that's no good. You're going to get your receiver killed. He used the goal line. Once again, Willie Clark, notice, comes down. Sanders gets to the inside. Now you'll see the pass coming, but into your picture comes the safety. He's using the goal line as a defender. He doesn't have to drop as deep. I think the picture here is take your receivers, take them wide, Jimmy, and try to get your back in there. The back is the quickest way that you can get to the end zone.
Willie Clark made a great play and tipped the ball on that last one, and you're right. Try to get Larry Centers there to the middle of the field. Work the middle of the field.
Oh, great play.
He was trying to work the middle of the field, but he really didn't have anybody open. Dwayne Harper made a good play there. Could have had the interception, but it knocked the ball away.
Because they're in 3 wide, they took their tight end out. They still played. The Chargers played zone, Jimmy. But now they had to threat down the middle of the slot guy. Sanders to the inside, slides back, but Harper there to break it up. I guess that's another way to do it. If your tight end is too slow, then you go 3 wide, force him to go to their nickel package.
4th down and 10. Oh, no, Dave.
Touchdown!
Touchdown.
Great throw against cover 2. The cover 2 that Coach Johnson talked about earlier in the telecast. If you can get the corner to stay up front and you get the receiver behind him to run a post corner, then you have an opportunity to get a touchdown. We saw it earlier. I'm going to draw the route up. The route will go like this and then back out to the corner. Watch what happens. Craig, first of all, eludes the sack, lays it up. Marks say back in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. But once again,
Stevie Anderson catching that one.
Oh, I'm sorry, Stevie Anderson. You're right, Jimmy. Excellent throw, excellent catch.
Going for 2 points. Try to make it a 3-point game. He's audibly changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
Back out of the backfield.
Going to call pass interference on San Diego. Really a good job by Dave Craig there. He was looking at their Rob Moore in the end zone. The defensive back had his back turned to Craig, and so Craig just threw it right at him and got the interference call.
Watch what happens.
Smart move by Craig.
A lot of people will say is to get the old fade route coming back to the outside. Craig will actually throw.
Defense number 29.
Okay, there's more releasing outside. Now notice, back to the inside. Harper is there. He gets in the way. I mean, Terrence Shaw is there, hits him right in the back.
And move it up a yard. Going to get another shot at it. Three-point game, Terry.
Stevie Anderson,
we do
nice
have
job.
a ball game here.
Well, you know, Jimmy, you can't give up on David Craig. You just can't do it. He's been around a long time. He's been sacked a lot today, I believe 5 times. But if you give him time, and with the receivers the Cardinals have, this is what happens. These are the results Buddy Ryan was looking for. I think he probably was having nightmares thinking this was a Giant game all over again when they got down there and 4 plays couldn't score.
And he took him down the length of the field, and I'll tell you what, not only did he get sacked, he had pressure all over him, not only on the 2-point play, but also on the touchdown. And so the pressure of the San Diego front would have caused any average quarterback to throw it completely away.
Jimmy, let's look at, this is Stevie Anderson. Watch what happens. Actually, let's turn it loose. Stevie goes down. Notice inside, looks back to the outside. Now, if we stop, you see number 29 pull off Willie Shaw. He was actually held up, which allowed the area behind him to be open for Anderson, who just went to the corner. Excellent read by David Craig.
That's the number one pass that you throw against two deep coverage. The second thing you do throw against two deep coverage is down the middle of the field. Onside kick here by Greg Davis. Shift them all over. San Diego's got the prevent team up there. Junior Seau went after the football. There's going to be a penalty, though, against the Arizona Cardinals. I think they were a little bit quick across that line.
Offsides on the kicking team, number 59. Penalties declined. First down.
Two timeouts remaining, Jimmy, for the Chargers. Only one remaining for the Cardinals. Of the minute 43, I would say that
it's going to be very difficult for Arizona.
Yeah. Unless now you'll see Buddy come up. Now you'll see Buddy tackling the football, coming up, gambling, blitzing, whatever they can now to create that turnover.
He better tackle the ball carrier before he gets the football. Aaron Hayden. We've got 28-25. The Chargers are leading. Arizona takes a timeout, stops the clock. We'll be right back.
No batter, no batter, no batter, no batter. No stick. Swing batter. Home baby, home baby.
Your next meal might be some time off. Remember, nothing satisfies like Snickers. Hungry? Why wait?
That's all right.
Buddy Ryan looking on once again. Things don't change, Jimmy. He's going to lose another close football game. They've played hard. They've gambled. They've got the turnovers that they were looking for. Defense played well when it had to. You look at the playoff situation, though, and
well, you got Dallas, Green Bay, and San Francisco. Looks like they're going to be the division winners. They're the leaders right now. Philadelphia, big game tomorrow against Dallas. They've got an 8-5 record, and you got a bunch of them down there fighting for the wild card spots. You know that NFC Central, there's always going to be a bunch of them battling.
Saints playing tomorrow, playing Atlanta. Atlanta used Morton Anderson early in the year to beat his old former teammates down in New Orleans. That's always a big game. Today's game was produced by Jeff Goen and directed by Andy Kendall. The pregame show was produced by Scott Ackerson and directed by Bob Levy. The executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorn and David Hill.
I tell you, this Arizona Cardinal team's actually played pretty well at times. They got the takeaways. They just have big problems in their offensive line.
Jimmy, they got inside the 10-yard line and turned the ball right over. I mean,
yeah. And San Diego, they've made their big plays. They've made the big plays. The only thing is, if they're going to have success in these playoffs, they've got to eliminate the turnovers. They can't throw 4 interceptions. They can't fumble the football.
Chargers next week will travel to Indianapolis, play the Colts, who are 7-5, and then they'll finish up the season at New York at the Meadowlands against the Giants, hoping that 9-7 will be enough to get them in as a wild card.
There goes Buddy. Well, that was a tough game. Had a tough year, Buddy. Bobby Ross, he's still alive. He's still hoping.
Final here is the Chargers 28, Cardinals 25. Folks, we'll be right back after this.